Alrighty, guys, welcome back once again. We're back at the Leather Pocket, Calgary, Alberta, for the Canadian Men's 9-Ball Championships. My name is Grant. Leading us off, Jason Kashayanu doing battle with the hometown Edwin Montal. Once again, and as always, guys, if you can help me out, hit that share button. I would greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away. I'll do my best to answer any questions that you may have. So we'll see if Jason starts off with the aggressive. Oh, it went the two-way. Not sure he would have liked it if he would have made that two-ball. Of course, he could have been just playing straight safe there. Did look like he was trying to go for the two-way. So potentially leading off the same way as the prior match. A little bit of a safety battle. We'll see what Edwin does here. Got to be cognizant of taking that cue ball off the two and scratching into that left side pocket. And the B side got just a little bit harder. Joe Spence defeating Waleed Hashim in the last match. Was this tournament invite only or had to qualify? It was open to anybody that wanted to come down. You have to obviously be Canadian. It is the Canadian Men's 9-Ball Championships, but it was a capped field, capped at 64 players. Out of those 64, I believe there were 14 players over 700. One of the favorites in being Jason Klatt went to the B side early in favor of Blair Major. And it just got harder and harder from there. There are now 5 players over 700, either 5 or more over 700 on the B side. And once again, if you're tuned in on YouTube, I apologize. I do not have the YouTube chat open. At this point, I only have Facebook chat. Tomorrow, with a little bit of luck, we'll have a couple of different camera views, all the scoreboards for all tables going in the tournament. We'll have those on the live stream. A couple of different angles. That is the hope. So once I'm done tonight, so this is the final stream of tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow morning, starting at 10 o'clock a.m. Mountain Standard Time. We will be back on the mic. I may not have gone home at that point, but we'll see how the night goes. I've got to play around with cameras and our broadcast system and figure out how to make them talk to each other so we can bring you all those different angles and settings and all kinds of fun things. So I will endeavor to do my best to get that done for you. Hopefully we will have that 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. How much was entry fees? I believe it was a staggered entry fee depending on your Fargo. I believe the entry went from 200 and something all the way up. To be fair and to be honest with you, I'm not really sure. First place prize for this, $7,020. Second place prize, $4,000. Third's going to take home $2,000. Fourth is going to take home $2,000. Fifth to 8 is $1,000. 9 through 16 is $475. Indeed, Diana. But hopefully tomorrow I will have both chats up and going, so I'll be able to keep up to date with everybody, answer any questions on both feeds. Edwin Montel doing what he does, playing cleanup with the best of them. Looking to draw first blood. And indeed he does. So a couple of the obvious favorites to give you an indication as to the difficulty level of this tournament. At the top, John Mora. Then you've got Stephen Holem, Ben Francis, Eric Horlifson, Johnny Baptiste, Joe Spence, Jason Klatt, Eric Vargas, Brady Golan, Stan Taranjo, Waleed Hashem, Jason Kashanu, Randy Baggett, Jerry Young, Carlos Barbosa, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on. So it is a good representation of some of the top players here in Canada. Certainly not all. We're missing a couple from Vancouver and some from out east. But certainly a good representation of some of the talent in Canada. I couldn't imagine how difficult this tournament would end up being if all the players that did sign up to come, that didn't have to cancel for whatever reason, and they were some of the top players too. We would have had probably around half the field with 700 Fargos or better. However, we will take either the 14 or 17 players that were above 700. We'll take it and we'll make an event out of it. Yeah, you gotta watch if Edwin's playing. Local legend here in Calgary, known all over the place, all over Canada, all over the U.S. Might put a lot of draw on this, try to lengthen out that angle both in and out of that left-hand corner, just like this. Perfect position for the two. Being that Edwin is predominantly right-handed, you might see him switch hit here. Perhaps the hit and stick, nothing to it. Make the 2 ball, stick the cue ball right there, take the 4 past the 7 into that left-hand side pocket. Might get a touch of draw out of him here. See what happens. Little touch. Does want to be straight on here. Get past that 7. Have a clean shot in on the 5 ball. 5 to 6, no difficulty. 6 to 7 won't pose any problem. 7 to the 8, probably your game-winning shot. If you can pull that off, then shaping 8 to 9 won't be any difficulty. And if you do happen to be in the Calgary area at any point this weekend, make sure you come on down. You got to watch some of this stuff happen live, as good as it is that we can cover one table. The eventuality is we'll have cameras on all of them, but again, that's into the future. But always good to support the venue and come on in. Watch some amazing pool to be played all weekend long. Yeah, I think it was his jump cue, Diana, that Nick from Nick's Cue Innovations. That's the one that Alex is now playing with. It is right up there on par, at least in my opinion, with the Predator jump cue. Edwin looking to extend the lead. Just kind of on that funny angle here on the 7. You'll see him pinch draw. Pinch that 7 in. Use a little bit of right-hand spin. Throw the 7 in and just draw. Probably a diamond and a half by a diamond and a half. Somewhere in that neck of the woods. Oh, he dug. He dug big. He hit that a lot firmer than what I thought. Didn't quite pinch draw that. He just used sheer willpower. Looking good here. He's got some good angle. He could work either way, draw it out, go a couple of rails around, or go forward a couple of rails out. Shooter's choice at this point. Two rails forward. This is going to need to go. He's going to end up on the 50-yard line. Bottom right would be where I would think he's putting this 9 ball. A little short. Jason's going to get a little bit of a tester here from downtown. He's well off the rail, so that certainly helps. Had the cue ball traveled maybe one more revolution, would have increased the level of difficulty. But this one, fairly smooth sailing here, I would think, from Jason. Well then, unexpected miss, even from distance, from Jason. We'll see what Edwin does if he decides to just play this off one rail, send it down to the middle diamond of that bottom rail. That's got to cruise. That's got to go. It does give Jason an open shot and a makeable one at that. Same type of shot again, a little bit closer to the rail, so that will definitely increase the level of difficulty from distance. buries it. Buries it from distance. Took a little bit more time on that. I like to see that. Give that shot the respect it deserves. And speaking of Nick and Nick's Cue Innovations, he's also playing in the event. But certainly if you're looking to get any kind of work done on your cue, whether it's as simple as a tip or anything above that, that is the man to do it. Nick's Cue Innovations. You can give him a call if you're local. 403-667-3173. If you're not local, still give him a call. You can ship your cue to him. He'll do the work and ship her on back. Tie ball game, one apiece. Last stream of the evening if you're just tuning in. It is the Canadian Men's 9-Ball Championships here at the Leather Pocket, Calgary, Alberta. 64 players. It is cue ball fouls only, 9-ball on the spot, 1 on top, 2-ball changing with each rack. It is winner break, so Jason leading off rack number 3. Open shot on the 1, a little bit of a thin cut. A little bit of a test given the proximity of the 4-7 and where you need to be for position on the 2. He actually might go up and down here. Cut the 1 ball in top right-hand corner. Back out between the 3-4 off the end rail and straight back up table. And does just that. Would like that to continue just a little bit. Try to get past that 7-4 so you're not bridging and hampered by those. Also would cut down on the angle. You can kill that cue ball and have the 3-ball into that top right-hand corner. However, that did not happen. He's got a little bit too much angle, I think. Little tough from that angle just to kill that cue ball and hold it there for the 3 to the top right. So he may draw across to the right side pocket and put the 3 past the 4 to the top left. But we'll see. He might be able to kill this. Just straight dug into it. That will work. Follow the 2 with the 3-ball into the same pocket. And you're very welcome, Diana. Appreciate you tuning in, as well as everybody else. And once again, guys, if you're just tuning in, help us out. Hit that share button. Oh, so from distance, Jason's looking a little bit unsure of himself. That's 2 from distance. I'm not sure how much Jason has been playing lately. But it is still early in this match. Get rid of those first few game jitters. Get those out of the way. Barry Bremner coming to Calgary. Well, make sure you stop in. Say hi, everybody here at the Leather Pocket. Edwin digging down, going to end up on the wrong side, 50-50. Wanted that cue ball to travel a little bit. Stood up a little bit in that last shot, so three rails around for the 7. That will do. Punch this forward, 2 rails. Decided to stick with one. Use some of that inside juice. It's got a nice angle here. You could just, again, punch this forward off the end rail. Could just draw back to the top side of the left side pocket. Being on the stretch, I would think he's going forward, but can never quite tell. What's the score between Ben Francis and Stan Taranjo? Let's take a look. Give me 1.5 seconds here. Let me find their score again. Wow, Stan's made a little bit of a charge back. It's interesting. 7-6, Ben Francis over Stan Taranjo. Edwin adding 1 to his side. Where are we off to after this event? Which event is being covered next? Typically, Rod goes live, so you'll see Rod Arriagada, CSL Winnipeg. He's live pretty much every weekend. There is, a little bit of change happening as far as some of our systems and so on and so forth. Not of our choosing, because we go live off Facebook. We have Wirecast. I believe it was Facebook that changed things on us, where prior to our last broadcast out of Calgary, we were able to go live simultaneously. So Rod could go live, we could go live on Facebook at the same time, 2 different locations. That does not seem to be the case anymore. It seems as though we are only able to go live in one place at a time. So we've asked Rod to hold off on the Facebook for us while we do the Canadian Men's Championships. But usually he'll be live every weekend. What's next for CSL Calgary? I would imagine it'll be a local event. I know there's a couple of other big ones coming. At the hidden spot, we've got the Canadian Women's Championships coming up in September. Not sure if there's anything between now and then. But we certainly don't travel with Q Sports Live as much as what we once did. Probably a couple of local events, I would imagine. And then we'll see what happens from there. And thank you, Rob, liked and shared. So what you see Edwin trying to do right there, and he actually did do it, we have a whole new scoring system here at the Leather Pocket. That's what Ira's been working on. So Ira is the Predator Arena Light inventor as well as the scoring system. So he flew from New York. He got to Calgary and put the whole system together. That's what we've been working on since Monday. And a couple of ways that you can change the score. Obviously, one is, now this is brand new. There is no system like it. Leather Pocket is the first one to have this kind of a system. So there's a QR code above every table. You'll see 2 scoreboards. Within one of those scoreboards is a QR code. You can use that to bring up the scoreboard for each particular table or for the table you're playing on. Or if you don't want to use your phone, you can actually do it through gestures. It's all done through AI, and you just stand in front of the table and pretty much reenact what Edwin did. But I'll see if I can get some pictures and kind of show you what that looks like and how it all works. I'll try to get that done for tomorrow for you. Oh, wow. I didn't think he was going to be able to kill that cue ball. But he did. A little bit on the wrong side of 3, but he'll take it. Given what he was faced with, I thought there's almost no way to really hold position for the 3 to that bottom left-hand corner. Might play into the 9 here. Try to push through it a little bit. Just like this. Now back in position. Draw this above the 9 ball. 5 ball bottom right hand from there. I see no issues standing in the way of Edwin winning rack number 4. Looks to be fairly straight, so a couple of ways he can play it. Just stun it there, take the long shot on 6, or draw. If he does draw, I'd like to see him, get a little bit past where he's at right now to have some angle to play that 6 top right off the right side rail back out for 7. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate that, because to be brutally honest with myself, I feel like I'm doing some of the worst commentary that I've done in a long time. The lead up to this event has been rather challenging, taxing on sleep, and I feel like my brain is just mush. But tomorrow's another day. Hopefully Ira and I can get the cameras figured out and have those cameras talk to our streaming software, and hopefully it doesn't take too long and I'll actually get a little bit of sleep. Be back here tomorrow morning. That might be a little short. He did get there a little bit more of a cut than I think what he was after. Nonetheless, I see no issues here. 2 rails and out. 8 and 9, same pocket. Indeed. Edwin now extending the lead by 2 games. And of course, got to give a shout out to Lackno Billiards. Make sure you check them out. They're out of Lethbridge. They are the ones responsible for all of the cloth getting redone here at Leather Pocket. Simonis 860 HR. If you're in need of any reclothing, table mechanics stuff, as well as pool cues, accessories, you name it, they've got it. Also a diamond dealer out of Lethbridge. So for anybody in Alberta, Saskatchewan looking for a diamond table, even into BC, They must be having a bit of a safety battle over there. Oh no, somebody's won. Looks like Ben is on the hill. He just hasn't put his score up yet. Let me run you around the room here. I'll give you some score updates. Randy and Leo deadlocked 3 apiece. Peter and Barry locked 1 each. Chad and Ben, 1-0 Chad over Ben. George and Janry, 6-5 for George. Ben and Stan, as I mentioned, 8-6 for Ben. Ben on the hill. Justin and Carlos, 7-4. Justin leading. Mark Vinogradov and Jordan, 1-0. They're just getting underway. Bradley and Reggie, 8-7 in favor of Bradley. And then George and Joshua just finished, 9-1 for George. Did Jim visit our side of Canada to commentate, or was he patched in? No, he was here in the flesh. And he'll be back tomorrow. He's got a couple matches in him for this weekend, I believe. Joanne Ashton might swing by tomorrow as well. She sent me a text. Jeff Radford is our BC Diamond guy. I got you, Matt. Not sure where he's located in BC, but not trying to take anything away from him. Interesting shot here for Edwin. 1-6, fairly close. He does have the option, almost like a two-way, chip off the 1. You can play the 6, right? Chip, bump the 6, make the 6, send the 1 ball down table. But that's playing with fire a little bit. Look at this. Look at this. How's that for a way to end it? Goes to play safe. And the 9 ball finds a home. Good to be lucky, lucky to be good. That is 9 ball. See if I can see Ben and Stan are way over the opposite side of the room. Oh, I think it's done. Ben Francis coming out victorious. 9-6 over Stan Taranjo. And I'll tell you what, I would not want to be on the B side. There are now 6 or 7 players above 700 on the B side. So from the good two-way kick 9 ball make to now making almost everything. Wide open spaces here for Jason. Ball in hand, straight in to that right-hand side pocket. Yeah, must have been a match and a half. I would have liked to have one eye on that match. One of these days, though, all these tables will have cameras. We'll be able to tune in all over the place. Sure. Really tic-tac-toe from here. Nothing standing in the way of Jason finishing out this rack other than himself. That's always the biggest competition in the room. That's the person between your right and left ear. He does want to have a little angle on this 5-ball, though. Doesn't want to land straight here. That will do. Can either draw out or go forward. In either which case, just avoid the 8-ball. Don't get hooked on the 9. A little bit of a stretch here for Jason. Just past the halfway point on the table. And does draw it out. Look out, 9. He's perfect. This will do. Probably 3 could draw. I don't like drawing. It brings the 9 in. Forward it is. 3 rails around, 8. Oh, maybe overhit a touch. So it'll have to be a nice little pocket weight shot back just underneath the left-hand side pocket. Gotta take care of the first part of the equation. What cue did Predator give Ben to play with? That's a great question. I believe Ben is going to jump in on the mic here in about 5 minutes, and that will be one that we can ask him. Edwin looking to pad his lead with the deposit of the 9-ball. He will do that with a 4-game lead. Wow, stood way up in that shot, but still found the back of the pocket with the 9-ball. And we got to show it to you again, the official event jersey. For the Canadian Men's 9-ball Championships. Let me know, thumbs up. I really, really like this design. I think it's one of the better ones for the Canadian designs that I think we've come up with. But give me a thumbs up. Do you like it? You'll find it at jamupapparel.com under men's sport collar jerseys. Yeah, I'm not sure, Peter. As soon as he jumps in, we will ask him. I forgot the N. You are correct, Paul. How did I not notice that? Probably because I've put in just entirely too many hours over the lead up to this event. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm excited. So we've got jamupapparel.ca. It is coming. I would speculate within the next 2 weeks. And obviously, with me being Canadian, that is a project of mine that I obviously hold near and dear to me. And I'm really, really excited for it. We'll have a lot of different jerseys as far as Canadian designs go, along with the usual suspects of the Predator and the likes. But it will be geared all towards Canada, and it will be geo-locked. So you must be from Canada in order to even get onto that website. But you'll see that pop up probably within the next couple of weeks. Priyesh, how are you? Tuning in. Airdrie in the house. Yeah, and I think once that jersey is on someone, I actually think it's going to look better in person for that event jersey than what it looks like as a graphic. There's a lot of pretty cool little micro design elements to that you don't get to see in the graphic, and I think it'll look really, really good live. Jason looking for the bank here on the 4. Hold position for 5 to the bottom left-hand corner. To the heart. And we'll see if he can get over this distance. 2 or 3 missed from this distance prior. He's got to hit it with a little bit of pace, get past that 9 ball, couple of rails back up on top for the 6. How about perfect? Perfect will do. Yeah, it's one of my favorite designs. I'll show you a couple of the others after this rack. I'll show you a couple of the other designs that we've got coming. And glad to see Jason back playing. I haven't seen him in a very, very long time, but good to have him back. See him back on the live stream, back in town. Sorry, you're hearing the volume kind of fade in and out. I'm throat's a little bit dry, so coughing a little bit. And I don't want to subject you guys to that. Jason getting the job done. Adding the score back. 1 on his side. Let me show you a couple of these other designs. So again, very, very themed after us Canadians, and I think it's about time that we in Canada, we come out with, let them know that us Canadians, we can play a little pool. And then we've got really, really cool hoodie. I'm ordering this one. This will be in my collection for sure. But the hoodie is also available, so it's up currently. I just put it up today on the regular Jam Up site, jamupapparel.com, as well as the event jersey. So if you do want one of the event jerseys or the hoodie, I do have those available. The other designs we're going to hold off. We're going to wait for the launch of jamupapparel.ca. Yeah, I think the one with the Canada flag on it, all of that kind of um, came as a result of the Predator Canada Open. Yeah, the hoodie looks so good. We've got a couple of jacket designs too that I don't have any graphics of, but dang, they knocked it out of the park. The design team did a phenomenal job coming up with some of these Canadian designs. They're taking a quick break here, so I believe they are. A couple of other, sponsors that I'd like to get through for the last stream of the evening. Obviously, Lackno Billiards did such a phenomenal job on refelting and recovering the tables. Really consistent. They're done with Simonis HR, Simonis 860 HR, as far as cloth goes. And of course, Nick's Q Innovation, local in Calgary. If you're not from Calgary, certainly give him a call, 403 667 3173. And if you're not from Calgary, you can ship him your cue. He'll get the work done and ship it on back to you. I don't know if I'd go that far, Dallas. My voice is strained hard right now. And my brain's scrambled. I feel a little bit absent-minded and just not quite with it. The lead up to getting everything done for this event was a little crazy. But I think we got it for the most part done. We've got a few camera things to figure out and so on and so forth. But hopefully we can get that done tonight. We'll have that on tomorrow morning. I might not sleep tonight, but we're going to make the effort to get that done because I want that top-down view. I think top-down view just adds a whole different element to the stream, and it's such a good-looking view. Really crystal clear. Such a good camera that we have up in that light. And then we have an end-down view, same as this, but again, a little bit higher resolution, higher quality. A couple of other little tricks that we pulled, and then tomorrow we'll have what they call the score bug. And again, that whole scoring system, all brand new. Leather Pocket is the first one anywhere to have it. And it's called a score bug. And we'll be able to pull those from all tables. We'll have those on display, so you won't see the Q Sports Live logo, the Leather Pocket logo. We'll pull those off, take off the main scoreboard, and we'll just pull score bugs. And you'll be able to see all the different scores of all the matches as they happen. So kind of a really cool element to the stream that we haven't had before. So looking forward to that. If we can get it done. Yeah, they've been saying it for a while. I know that when we brought the Predator Canada Open, they were trying to beat that one to the punch. But yeah, hopefully that one's coming. I am working on another event. I don't want to go into any details at this point. I've got to dot a few I's, cross the T's, that kind of thing. But another bigger event that will hopefully happen this year. Yeah, Matt, it's, obviously both myself, Ben, fairly passionate about pool. And really at the end of the day, we want to be able to bring the absolute best that we can bring. And whatever it takes to get to that point, that's what we're going to do. But it is the wee hours of the morning already here. Local time, 12:46 a.m. So we'll see if I actually get to go to bed tonight. And, of course, we appreciate everybody tuning in. If you haven't done so yet, help us out. Give that share button a little bit of love. Also, go give us a follow and a like on Facebook and YouTube. We would appreciate it. Well, this might work out really well here for Jason. Don't think that Joe, he might get the paint side of the top of the one. Maybe. Or for Edwin, I should say. He might get the top of the paint on the one. Probably better to kick off that bottom rail, try to connect with the bottom right side of the one, send it into the 7 ball. Although that can also get dangerous. You could set it up for the 1-9 combo. Right, you catch that wrong. But really, is there any other choice? If he can't see the top side of the one, really there's no choice. So in that case, do you go into it fairly deep and hit it with some pace? Well, maybe he can see just the top side. Might be the scratch that's what's taking some time. Oh, look at this. Wow. Wow. What a great shot, and unfortunately the cue ball finds the fast way down to the ball return. What a great shot, though. Yeah, good goal to have, Matt, because I'll tell you, out of the 64 players, I believe it was 14 players that are above 700 in Fargo rate. And I believe now there's 5 or 6 of those on the B side. There is nowhere to hide. And we've got Mr. Francis joining us.
I kind of secretly knew that Stan and I would be done, even if it went hill. We'd be done in time for me to watch this, and I was excited. I was looking over like, hey, I don't want to miss too much, though, so maybe I could just win this one now.
Right? Just get it done. Well, you had a decent lead. It looks like he made a little bit of a charge back.
I miss a pretty makeable ball at 8-3, and then, yeah, he comes back like he does, you know. And
of course.
And even at, you know, I make the shot to win. Like, I come off the side of the 2. After the break, I make the 1 in the side. I come off the side of the 2, and I make the 9 in the side.
Wow.
Like by design, you know, and there's a bit of a two-way there, and you can still see the look in his eyes. He's like still thinking he's in, you know. He's still, I'm coming back still.
Well, I could tell you, based on everything I know about Stan, the guy has no give up at any point.
It's over there hitting balls.
Yeah.
That's the champion in him, though. Like a lot of players lose, they go home. I am very, very guilty of that. I don't always go home, but I'm not out there hitting balls. I'm like raging in the parking lot.
Oh, no doubt. Out the door.
Punching the fence or something. No, not that bad, but yeah. I'm not happy.
So Diana had a question. Let me go back up to it. What cue did Predator give Ben to play with?
The Throne 3.
There you go.
Yeah, the throne. What a
Who
cue.
was it that
Holy
said
smokes.
that? I think it was the throne.
Yeah, it's a throne. And what a cue.
Peter Chow knew that.
I used to think, I was guilty of this too, I think Jason won that game because he's racking.
Oh, yes, sorry.
But I used
First
to
time I
think
fell asleep.
it's just like the shaft, you know?
Yeah.
It's the shaft that makes the cue, not the butt end. Like, so you got to have the Revo.
Yeah.
And I had like a pretty good Predator before. The 9K3 is a good cue. No. This cue is something with the ebony. And just like the construction of the cue is a bit better.
Yeah.
It costs 3 times as much as the other cue. So it should be better.
Yeah.
And it literally is. Like, it does hit better.
Interesting.
I never used to think that. I thought, these guys got these fancy $5,000 or whatever, $2,000 cue. You don't need that. You just need a Revo on any old butt, right?
Yeah.
You could have a Sneaky Pete.
Not true.
Be fine. No, it's not true. Not true. The throne. Look at this win. Speaking of 700 Fargo's going to the B side. He's not quite a 700 Fargo, but Justin Morgan beat Carlos Barbosa just now, 9-5.
9-5. Wow.
He's who knocked on the door, and he thanked me for my tips on the break. So, Carlos, if you're listening, sorry, bud. He said he broke and ran 3 times.
Wow.
Because he was here this morning, early afternoon, practicing the break, and I just give him a couple little tips. And they're not like my tips. I just learned this from other people, right?
Yeah.
Stolen advice.
Nice. Sometimes
Worked for
stolen
him.
advice is the best advice.
Well, I think that's the nice thing about this sport is it is coming around to the point where we do want to help each other.
Yeah. 1,000%.
Like I said to Stan before the match, I hope you play really good.
Yeah.
We were joking before. He had the funniest joke. First thing I see him early this afternoon, he says, "What time do you play? I'll come watch." Oh, that's great.
That's gold.
He knew he
Oh,
played
that's
me.
gold.
He knew he was playing me. But I'm like, I'm
That's
definitely going to use that
hilarious.
one.
Of course.
Definitely. So we've been joking all day.
Yeah.
And I've said it like 3 or 4 times, like, I hope you just play really good. You
Yeah.
know? Hope we both play good. It's just a good match. I don't want to beat Stan when he's not playing good.
Yeah.
I did not get the best Stan today, though.
No.
But it is after midnight. He's no spring chicken anymore.
Yeah. Still at 70 years old, for him to be able to play, compete, and even have the stamina that he does have,
You look at like his eyes when he comes by. Like, he's more awake than
he's
these
more
kids
awake
that are
than
half
I
his
am. I
age,
can
yeah.
tell you that right
Yeah.
now.
And he's 70 plus now.
Yep.
He still plays so good.
Yeah.
Speaking of some older guys that play so good, this is
Right.
why I was excited to watch this match, because Jason Kishnu, who's at the table here, is maybe Saskatchewan's best player, which is saying something because they have some good players.
Yes.
And Edwin is an absolute Canadian legend. I used to chase this guy around trying to get better at pool. This was my, my marking stick was Edwin. If I could beat him,
Yeah.
I was getting somewhere, right?
Well, I got introduced to Edwin back in the Hideout days.
Yeah, would have been back then.
Yeah,
Early
and
2000s, mid 2000s, yeah.
I thought I knew a little something about pool.
No.
And I played against him in a tournament, and I thought I put him in jail.
Yeah, he kicks
And that guy
unbelievable.
kicks like a mule,
He really
and then
does.
puts you back in your own jail.
I can remember, like, just as an example, and this is like a specific example, is I would like leave him behind the 7.
Yeah.
And he would find a way to like 2 rail and cut the 9 in from where the 9 was there.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. He would always hit the right side of the ball off multiple rails.
Yeah.
And he still has it.
Oh, for
I mean,
sure.
But you can see some of the decisions aren't the same. Like, he didn't even look at this push out.
Yeah.
He never got out of his chair.
Yeah.
And before, when he could see a long shot better, he would take a look at this one.
Of course.
But he just knows right away, this 9 feet away, there's no way I'm shooting this, right?
Yeah.
So he doesn't get out of his chair. He just gives it back.
Well, I mean, it's going to take a little bit of a deft touch here from
This
Jason.
is very tough. He might have gave it back anyway. But
Yeah, but I mean, you can skin the outside of the 1, put it in front of the 5, and push the cue ball into the 3.
Yeah.
It's asking a lot
Oh, yeah.
from distance because you're right against the rail, but I would tend to think that would be what the attempt is going to be.
You know, he like looked at the kick safety for quite a while, and I thought he might play the kick safety because the push out was so hard. You have to really just put it here, and he's always going to give it back, I guess.
Yeah.
He didn't have too many choices there.
Yeah. And you're welcome, Richard. Appreciate you tuning in.
3-1 Vino over there against Jordan. That's a nice match.
I really like this.
Yeah, like eventually we're going to have the scores for every table. Like we'll make sure they get uploaded into the bracket. And, oh, he just drove by it.
So my thought was, and I know we can do it, is when we get the cameras, the right cameras, available on our stream, rather than having the logos, we can have all the scores for all the tables.
Oh, absolutely. You could have like a rotating.
Mm-hmm.
You can have one that would rotate the scores. Yeah, we could do all kinds of stuff with it.
Yep.
I'm excited for
That
that.
That way, when you tune in, you get commentary on this table, you get the scoreboard, but you get to see all the updates of all the matches that are going on in real time.
In real time is nice. Yeah, live scoring. And that's what I'm trying to tell the players because they're a bit stubborn like myself, you know. And we're like the old school with the beads. You just slide the beads, right?
Yeah.
But it's good for the fans. And we have to be thinking of the stream and the fans and the – so,
yeah.
I mean, if Stan can figure out how to use the scoreboard,
yeah,
the AI part of it with his hand gesture, then anybody can figure it out, and we got to just get over it.
Well, and, you know, so I'll say
learn to
this,
use it.
right? I'll say this is and you'll know this too, right? And I think you'll agree with this, that, you know, it seems to be this funny little situation that happens in pool where we say this needs to change and we need better this and we need to get on here and we need this, blah, blah, blah. And then there's an incremental change to help try to get us to that point. And I think it's simply that people are change resistant.
Humans
right?
are very much change resistant.
However, you know, yes, this scoring system is new. We're the first ones to have it. There's going to be a couple of hiccups. There's going to be a learning curve.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, this is the future of where pool's going, because I know the end goal that Ira has.
Yeah.
Right? And this is just one small step. Now, it's a big monster step, but it's a small step in the grand scheme of things and where we want to be.
Of course, this is the direction pool needs to go.
Yeah.
Let's see. Edwin's going to come 2 rails, skinny the ball. Are you kidding me? I knew he was going to do that.
And almost behind the 8.
But just to get the distance is so incredible.
Close. Yeah.
And I'm talking like if the cloth was worn in, that's an unbelievable shot.
Yeah.
But it's pretty slick and new still.
It is
he
very
judged
slick.
the slide perfectly and left them. You know, this is 6 feet, and the cue ball's near the rail. This is a very touchy shot. He's got a safety here, but
it's
not
asking a lot on slick cloth.
Well, I mean, it is going to roll dead straight. We had Tony in here yesterday, leveled the tables.
Yeah.
And he said only one of them was a little bit out. So they were pretty dead straight before that. I've played a ton on these tables. I haven't seen a ball roll out.
Yeah.
So he can slow roll this and trust that it's going to go straight. That's what he needs to do. You just got to freeze him up on the 2 here.
Yeah, just tickle the 1. That might be too hard.
Yeah, it is. Oh, well, you can see what he tried to do there. He didn't want to roll it so much that he would just freeze up on the 2, so he tried to cut the 1 a little and flick the 2 and try to keep it in front of it. That's a hard shot to judge too, but
that's
slightly easier than
distance.
the other shot, I think, right? He just didn't want to super slow roll it.
Yeah.
Edwin's got the edge here. You see where he's pointing the second rail. He's going to try to get distance again, but see what he does with the 1. I'm curious if he tries to leave the 1 behind the 2 or if he ships the 1 up by the 3.
I think you have to get the 1 ball right here. It's not so much about the cue ball. I think it's about the 1. Just hide it behind the 2.
And you just get distance. Yeah.
Yeah.
You try to get to the end rail. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Just like
it's beautiful. It's really nicely played.
Yeah. It'll give him 1 rail, I think.
Yeah,
he's going to have to super juice this.
Oh, you mean like the side rail?
Yeah,
try to pot it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does really have that with some spin. You might see him go the top rail with the kick safety, I think.
Yeah, it could do that too. Yeah.
And
But I'm thinking,
and I like that because if you get it wrong, like you don't get behind the 2, you can push the 1 on the 7. You know what I mean?
yeah, there's a
Where
lot
you
of good
double
that
up.
can come of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, where, I mean, you try. Now, again, I like the aggressive
Yeah, well, and you
style,
do have
right?
to play aggressive in this game. Like and you have to play the opponent a little bit. People say play the table. They're a little bit wrong. You have to recognize Edwin is going to eat your heart out if you don't play some good shots.
Well,
so
and even if you play safe, he's just
exactly.
he kicks like a
so
mule.
there's value in attacking because even if you play a perfect safety,
yeah,
you might be hooked again yourself anyway, right?
Yep.
That was the thought there. That's why he went for it. And he didn't have to swerve it. I thought he might have to swerve it a little just to get there.
Yeah.
So.
He barely had to really even put a ton of spin on that.
Yeah, and
Just a touch.
I think he needed more.
Yeah, for sure.
He didn't put enough right spin.
Yeah,
So it
'cause
didn't
he
get down towards the one. He probably thought it would slide more than it did. You know?
Well, and that could be too, right? Still very slippery table.
Well, but as slippery as it is just that little bit worn in. So it can be tricky to judge it.
Yep.
They're playing perfect. The tables are playing unbelievable right now. I haven't seen one person complain. I've heard, 60 players that have said they're just playing never better.
That's so good.
We're very lucky. From the long ones, right?
The long pot.
Yeah. What did he have there? 6
Gives
feet.
a little jiggly.
Can't stay down like he used to.
Yeah, and I've watched him the whole match kind of pop up on his stroke, which, I mean, that's telltale Edwin Montal, right?
A little bit more as he's getting older, though. You can see it's not what it used to be. But that's how it is, right?
Do you remember this story?
The flip-flops
Yeah,
at Forebears.
that's exactly it.
I knew
exactly the one.
Because I was just thinking that, too, and we always have the same thought.
Yeah. That was the greatest thing I've ever seen.
For anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, he was breaking, like, pretty hard.
Oh, he was going down into it.
It sounded like he was hitting it 3 times as hard because he would jump and his flip-flops would make a sound on the concrete floor in the gymnasium, echo. So it sounded like the biggest break you've ever heard in your life.
It was the greatest thing I've ever heard. Yeah. And then when I saw what was going on, I was like, what the heck?
It was pretty funny.
Yeah. It was pretty awesome.
You know how these guys, they like playing in their flip-flops if they can.
It was one of the greatest things I've ever seen him pull.
Okay, Jason, not Jarrett. That's a different Kishino. Jason, going to try to draw this one back, get the 2 in the right side next, I think. Could pull it all the way back, play the 2 in the same pocket, but I don't think he needs to.
To the side it is.
What he went and looked at was not coming up short.
Yes.
Because he didn't want to have to deal with like the 7-9 in between that window, So he hit this to a very precise spot.
You're right, Bryce. The flip of the flop was the loudest thing in the room.
It was crazy. Yeah.
It was so good. It was so good. It was one of the greatest things I've ever seen him pull.
It was really great. It was.
He's in shorts.
We should have had the audio hooked up to like the, not even listening to me and Grant, but just
it was
underneath
so good.
the table.
Yeah. And the sick part was he really hadn't played a whole lot, and I think he took third in that.
He got third. Yeah. Only because Corey Duell and who did he play in that final?
Steven.
No, not that time. It was another legend, Roberto.
Oh, right, Superman.
Yeah, he played Superman. And I remember there was some racking controversy, as per usual. I still use this example, and I think it was really well said by Rory Hendrickson. He was the acting referee.
Yeah.
Roberto came over and just said, look, guys, pattern racking. We all knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Pattern racking. Rory came over and just said one sentence or one statement. If I have to come over here again, I'm racking for both of you for the rest of the match.
Squash that beef real quick.
Done, right? Corey's like, I do not want Rory racking for me. Because if he comes over again because of Corey, he's not going to be thrilled about it.
Of course.
So you think he's going to slug rack Corey? Probably.
Yeah.
He might not take too much time on those racks. Yeah. But as like somebody who runs tournaments and referee and whatever here and there, that's a good statement. I like that.
It is a great statement. Yeah.
easily dealt with.
Yep.
Okay, what's he got here? A little kick safety again. You watch out.
He's going to find a way to put him in jail.
I think he's going to stun it, you know? It's going to be the kick and stick. And he's going to send
with
the
a little
three.
bit of force.
Yeah, he's going to hit it a little hard. He's aiming for the bottom of the ball. Oh, how sweet is that?
Come on. Come on. I go off the 3 and I scratch there every time.
Or, for me, it leaks out around the 5 a lot
Yeah.
because I'm too worried about where I'm going with the 3.
Yeah.
But, man, did he ever hit that good. He's giving Jason all he can handle here at
Yeah, he sure is.
We're at 1 a.m., so you figure Jason to make this a close match all along.
Yeah.
We're in for a long one. I don't mind it. I don't play at 10 a.m. at least. And I don't have to come in and, like, vacuum or something in the morning.
Right.
Not that I minded doing that. This is a good way to warm up the stroke, the vacuum. That's all it is.
Oh, yeah, we start at 10 tomorrow.
Yeah.
I won't be here, unfortunately.
I'll be here.
I might be just leaving here
You
to
might
take
be
Ira
just
to
leaving,
go to the airport.
But I'll be early anyway. That's fine. I'll be, like, I don't have to be here at 8.
Yeah, yeah.
I can be here at 9:45.
Yep. You sure can.
I'll probably come at 9:30 and try to hit balls for half an
Yeah.
hour.
So I think tomorrow we have Dan Clark coming, Joanne Ashton's coming,
Oh,
Jimmy
beautiful.
White is coming.
Yeah, Jim's coming. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfect. Oh, I love that. Because I got another tough match tomorrow. Well, they're all tough
and then
matches
the
in my
I was going to
quarter.
say, and then the next one, and the next one.
I
and the
got a
next one.
real deadly quarter of the bracket. Yeah, which is fine. I mean, that's pool, you know.
Yep.
And sometimes it's nice that you don't have anything soft, so you just have to start in, you know,
Well, and I think it's
finals
fitting.
mode.
I
Right
think
away.
it's fitting, to be fair. I mean, this is the Canadians,
Yeah. Yeah. So
right? You don't want a cakewalk to the final. That's
No, and it was
That's-
something I discussed with them too, with reserving spots for the provinces. But
Yeah.
also, I think there needs to be more organization in the
Oh,
provinces
yeah,
having
absolutely.
qualifiers.
absolutely.
Because we shouldn't want to fill the field half with 500 Fargos. I mean, I love the 500 Fargos. They're all like my best friends, and they're regulars here. And so there should be like maybe, I don't know, 10 of them. There shouldn't be like 30 of them.
Yeah.
You know, and not to say that there is, I mean, but
There's
I just
a,
mean
there's a lot of 6s for sure.
what we want out of the championship is the best from every province.
Exactly.
I think that's the first and foremost, and then fill it with the rest of people. But
Yeah.
it's not always going to work out like that. But I do think we need to like work a little harder, do proper qualifiers.
Oh, no question.
For each province.
What's going on? Andrew. Kevin says no real question mark. Not sure. Is looking at Ben. Is the Lion playing in this? Unfortunately not. He is.
Yeah.
Where
he's
is Alex?
China still?
I think
yeah.
he is. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he's still in China.
There's a ton of events. There's an event going on right now, a Joy event.
Yeah.
A Joy event that he's definitely playing and playing well in. You know, Alex, starting to figure it out down there.
Yep. A little hampered here on shooting the 6 ball. Having to contend with that 8 ball sticking its nose in the way.
He's probably asking if it's all ball fouls or
Oh, he wants to take a.
did he just touch it a little? Oh, he just wants to mark where it is, Filipino style.
Yeah.
The Joy tournament is in day 4 of Hayball Masters Bao Tao Station Division 1 tour.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
and it's really good to see that, you know, with that Joy event, and I'll say Joy events, that they're starting to gain a little traction, a little notice from a few of the top players around, trying to go out and win that big ball of cheddar.
Big time. And Alex had a good point, too, was like there's so many eyes on that. The game is way bigger out there than it is
Oh, yeah.
here. And because there's so many eyes, the sponsors are way bigger. Alex is
Yeah.
just like, you get in the money in those tournaments over and over, and you're a character like Alex, you're going to get big sponsorships.
Oh, of course.
Not small American sponsorships.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're talking like, money that you can retire on.
Yeah.
Somebody like Gareth Potts, he won a couple big events, but now he doesn't really need to win everything anymore to make a living.
Yeah.
He's just, the sponsorships are so good.
Yeah, I've got
Guys getting millions
a
of dollars to play
concept
pool.
of the dollar amounts that have been offered to Gareth.
Unbelievable, right?
Yeah.
The guy is like, I know he's good and all, but some of that money is pretty crazy, right?
Well, and I mean,
he deserves it.
oh,
I'm not saying,
no, for sure.
This guy is like
For sure.
one of the best
Guy
ever to
is
hold a cue. but
unbelievable.
The money is a lot. From a pool player, it just seems like
Yeah.
a lot. Like,
But I think there's a few
didn't know it was available.
a few guys in Canada and maybe and for sure a few guys in the States that are up at that level and on par with that. We just haven't gone there as much.
Stan had a super run once. John Mora made final 16 once. I was talking to him about that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got some guys who know how to play a little 8-ball, right?
Right?
We're not bad up here.
We know a thing or two about it.
Frozen North. Does he get enough side
Oh,
spin? No,
nope.
it died on him. You know what that is? That's a result of not playing a lot on the diamond table. He's used to playing on kind of a duller, we shouldn't say dull, but a duller rail where it's not going to bounce as heavy. It's going to grip more.
Yeah.
And that just took a big bounce on him. Is he really contemplating kicking this ball in? No.
Do you really find anywhere else to play safe
You
against
got
Edwin?
to edge our right side of it. It's going to be his left side. Well, you can go this way, but you leave it over the pocket more.
Yeah.
I know he can't reach it going the other way, but you have to suck it up, get the rest. Or your extension, right? Nobody likes to do it, but sometimes the table's telling you what you got to do.
Or you switch hit. No, even switch hitting, you're all the way at the other
you
end.
won't be able to reach it.
Yeah.
And you see where he's standing? That's where he needs to aim. He's like going to two-rail the ball up to where he's standing there. You got to hit it thin, but you don't have to, like, razor thin it because a lot of times it's going to stay down there and the cue ball's going to go up table. And here's a factor. I mentioned this earlier. You have to play your opponent a little bit.
Yeah.
Leave Edwin 9 feet away at 1 a.m., right?
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to say it, but I would bring that in as a factor. You have to play your opponent a bit.
Of course. I think Jason's just looking at kicking it.
This is attack mode, and he is a super potter. But again, this might be a diamond table thing. How well is he going to be able to judge this rail?
How about perfect?
How about just absolutely
Perfect.
There's another factor there is gut instinct. You could see him look at it right away. He didn't even look at the safety. He was just like, I want to kick this.
Yeah.
So it was like his gut instinct telling him, you're going to hit this good. Just go for this shot.
Yeah. Well, and I think the factor, if that was a little higher up the table with the cue ball where he didn't have to use a rest, then maybe
that's
it's
a big deal.
difference.
The rest is way tough to skinny the ball too.
Yeah,
right?
especially from that far away. Mm-hmm. Even with the rest, you're a stretch.
Big time.
Well, Jason's made a little bit of a statement coming back. Down 4-1, then 4-2, 5-2.
5-2. Yeah, it was 5-2. I saw Edwin in the bathroom, and he said it was 5-2. He said he's got no idea what he's doing out there, but he's just potting the balls. And I said, that's exactly what I was going to tell you to do.
Yeah, right?
Just make the balls,
That's
right?
it.
He knows how to
put
make
it
the
in a
balls.
hole.
He might be the best player we ever know to just make the balls, right?
Right?
Yeah, he's good at kick, safe, and all these other things we like to talk about. But ultimately, to win as much as he did, he had to be the best at making the balls.
No doubt.
That's often what it boils down to.
Yeah, a little bit of luck baked in. Because in order to run good and play good, you got to have a little luck, and it's lucky to be good and good to be lucky.
Oh, it's definitely a big factor in this game specifically. 9-ball.
Yeah,
it is a big part of the game. But that's why we love it too. You know, we hate to admit it, but we kind of love the luck factor a little too.
A little,
right?
yeah. It makes for some good TV.
It's more random and it's a little more exciting. Yeah, a little better TV. That's right. push out again. We're going to see this a lot. We're going to see a lot of push out this weekend.
Yeah.
Because this cut break is a whole different animal.
Yeah.
So now we're not controlling the one and playing shape on it anymore. We're just trying to get it going in the side and pray we get on the next ball.
Yep.
So it's kind of like we're not going to see the opener a lot. We're going to have to push a lot. It's good. It brings in more strategy.
It's true.
I'm a big, big fan of this break. Big fan of the format. I think 9-ball needed a change. They tried a couple times, like the 3-point rule and all this weird stuff with the 9-ball break to stop the, in the break box so they can't make the wing ball. All these different things.
Yeah,
right?
That's it. Making the wing ball and stopping that's never going to happen.
Well,
right? It's just an
worked.
adjustment.
This worked.
So it's, in my opinion, I watched in Joe's match, wing ball or head ball. Right?
Joe
If it's not the wing ball, it's the head ball.
You
right?
make the one in the side is nice, but now
with the two being
random,
yeah. that's the difference, man.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest fan of that.
Yeah.
Now we're not just playing shape on the opening ball. It was getting too easy out there.
Yeah, it was. Honestly, 9-ball got to a point where what are we watching this for? It's the same run out. It's the same pattern.
Oh, wow.
It's the same thing.
It was like that.
Yeah.
It was. And that's not the way the game was supposed to be played. The game was supposed to be played like hammer the break.
Yeah, kill it.
But, we got away from that for a little while with the magic rack and stuff like that. But I think they figured it out.
Yep.
I really do. Even we brought up, remember that match Koping Chung played against Aloysius?
Yeah.
And he made every ball.
Every ball.
But he made the one in the side every single break.
Every break.
But what about the next tournament?
Yeah.
It was totally different for him in the next tournament. He didn't make the one, and he wasn't making every ball in the match, and he wasn't winning every time.
Yeah.
So that really tells you, sure, he found it for one match.
Yeah.
And maybe one tournament because he played pretty good in the final of that tournament too. But then it all changed at the next event. Where these guys had the break figured out on every table at every venue. And just, it was getting too easy out there. This is a really nice shot. Look at this.
That's a great
shot. It's going to get there. He's going to leave a little jump, but I'll tell you what, Edwin's not the best with the jump cue. He might even just kick it, where I think 9 out of 10 players are jumping this one. Edwin probably doesn't even look at the jump.
No, not Edwin. For sure.
He's more of a jump if he has to kind of player.
Yeah. If there's no kick, then okay, I'll jump.
Where a lot of us are the other way around.
Yeah.
If we can't jump it, then we'll kick it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is technically the right way to play, is to look at the kick first in a lot of situations. I like the jump here, though, because I think you're going to see the two a lot of times.
Oh, my.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, come on.
Did he get behind the 4?
I think so. I don't think he sees any of the one. Not at all.
That's by design, too. He hit that exactly how he wanted to hit it.
He's going to have to masse this.
Yeah,
I don't jump it.
I don't think he has the edge, right? If he has the edge, he might be able to keep it there, sort of using the 5 and the 6 to kind of keep it there and send the cue ball up table. Worst case, you kind of leave some weird little combo or cut in the side or something, but the 2 is the key. 2-9 combo is not easy at all.
Yeah.
Camera makes it look easy, but it's not easy. So if you did leave him some funny little cut on the 1, he's still got to get on the 2.
Yeah.
And that way, you're not taking some crazy high risk trying to,
Oh, I don't know.
Cut the 1 in or something.
I don't know if he's got this.
I do think he has just the edge.
Like the shine of the ball?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And he's got such a good eye. Jason's one of the better players at these touchy little
oh my gosh,
thin
what shots. There's no way I could see that ball.
It's a shot that came up in a memory, or somebody shared it on Facebook.
Yeah.
And it was Jason at Hill against Brady in Edmonton, and he came off 3 rails, and he came off 3 rails, clipped the 1 or the 2 ball, and made the 10 on the weirdest angle.
Wow.
And it was the craziest shot you ever see, and everybody screamed. It was unbelievable shot, and Brady clapped, of course, but it was maybe one of the best shots I've ever seen at Hill. Brady played a great save, and Jason just like lined it up forever and like 3-railed around and clipped the ball, and the cue ball kissed the 10 in perfectly.
So gross.
Just how he drew it up. Like, it was an unbelievable shot.
That was another
pretty good
nice
at finding,
shot there from Edwin.
Yeah, these guys, they're so good at finding a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just always find a way out.
Ben, do you mind if I just take 5 minutes?
Oh, absolutely. It's a long match. So.
Yeah, hour and a half, and
it might have another hour and a half in it.
my legs are sore.
Oh, I bet. Oh, imagine being me.
Oh, no
you
doubt.
can't reach the chair leg very often.
Well, I promise you, I'll be back here in 5. I'm gonna
you got it.
Take that with me because I didn't finish it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
I think he's going to just massé this one a little to get into the side rail and try to kick it behind the 4. No, he didn't get it going where he needed to. Edwin's got a thin one here. We'll see what he does with the 2. I think like the 2-9 combo is playable, but you wouldn't want to be far away trying to, cut it or something. So got to try to get straight in here and close to it. I do think he attacks the 1. I mean, I don't think you can keep tapping this 1 around forever. You kind of got to go for it sometimes, right? Yeah, super thin here, and I think he's got to get the cue ball going towards his arm over there, off a couple of rails. Maybe just some left spin. Because I don't think the inside, well, yeah. The inside's tough there, right? Got to spin it a lot, and then it makes the cut a bit trickier. He's trying to hold it too, because the inside, you can really lose it up table. Yeah. Looking at his tip. 5-2 lead, and now it's 5-4. The guy's kind of breathing down your neck. You're, not feeling too good about it. It's 1:30 in the morning, too. Just about 1:30. Which is okay. Everybody knew it was going to be a couple of long nights, so we didn't have to add a whole extra day to the tournament. We know, hotels and stuff expensive enough these days. Well, I kind of thought he would make that 1 ball, to be honest, off the side rail. I guess maybe didn't quite have enough of the side rail. The side pocket was in the way a little bit. Edwin can attack here. Thin cut on this 1 ball. It's going to send the cue ball into the 9. Develop that 2 ball there. It's very thin, though, this cut. Got to be sure. Didn't get it thin enough. Easy to catch that one thick, especially with the cue ball near the rail. If the cue ball's a foot off the rail, he'll get that one right a lot more. Just a quick update on score there. Looks like Vino and Jordan at 4-4. Not sure there's any other matches going right now. Oh, Barry and Peter at 5-5. Yeah, looks like that's about it for tonight. We've got some good ones. First matches tomorrow morning, all really great stuff tomorrow. So make sure you guys are tuning in, sharing that stream lots for us. Going to be an epic day. Diana wants to know, am I using Predator Pure Chalk or mixing it up? I like to mix it up a little, Diana, but I do love the Predator Pure Chalk. It's great. They definitely got that one right. So, yeah, just those 3 matches going to finish the night. They've all been running over an hour. Most matches in the 2-hour range. Some matches a little longer. We had a 3-hour one, a couple of 3-hour ones. A few 3-hour ones. Yeah, and you got to figure Jason going to grind this one. It's on the comeback trail here. Down 5-2. 4-1 and 5-2. Big favorite to get it to 5-all here. That's anybody's game. Little race to 4, 9-ball.
Yeah, I think this will be 3 on the trot here for Jason.
Yeah, from 5-2 down to 5-5. And he won't mind, like, taking an extra second here. He's definitely going to recognize Edwin's made some mistakes, maybe getting a little tired.
I feel his pain.
Yeah, no, I'm starting to fade away, too, to be honest.
I still got to stay and go through all this camera stuff.
Yeah. Well, don't feel over-obligated like you're not. This is okay, right?
Yeah, but I want to get it done.
It would
You know
be
what
good.
I mean? I want to get it so it's working.
Would be good before he leaves, too.
Yeah.
Ideally, but, you know, don't kill yourself trying to do it.
Because the only other option is to utilize OBS if we want those cameras.
Tough, right?
Yeah.
I think I'd rather just use this the way this is, to be honest. Because I know this works.
Yes.
And I know I can't screw this up.
Well, and we know the system. We know how it all works.
Yeah.
I don't think I've used OBS maybe twice in my life.
No, I tried even like Rod. We were together with Rod for that tournament.
Yeah.
Canada Open. I was like, I'm going to learn it this time. No way.
Oh, it's so complicated.
Way. I tried hard, too. I was getting Rod to show me all the ins and outs, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I think I got it. Nope.
But what's really amazing, and I got to give full props to Ira. Ira and James, right? I got to give props to James, too.
Oh, absolutely. James has been amazing, too, yeah.
But the whole time that I've been sitting in here commentating, he's working on the solutions.
Yeah.
So when I went out during the last match, he said, I've got a couple things that I think will work, and we can try it, and I think it'll be good.
Yeah. Well, you know yeah, sure, works on whatever, OBS, but you know he wants it to work on every system. That's something we talked about with the live scoring was I said, yeah, the digital pool, and he goes, yeah, but I want it to go to CompuSport and Challenge and,
yes,
you know, to link up with everything. That's important. I think that's really important.
Well, and I think to be fair to him, this is a brand new system, right, for him, this whole scoring system. So, you know, I can't fault the guy, not too much, right? Brand new system, you know.
He's doing amazing.
There was some challenges that we had to try to overcome, and unfortunately, those challenges took away, you know, the first 2.5 days of him being here.
Well, and I don't know a thing about this, like
well,
as far as
I'll tell you
technology
this.
side of that. So
I was standing in the middle of Ira and James when they were talking, and TCP/IP and all these acronyms, and they were doing the techno talk, I was like, can you dumb this down?
Technology's got too many acronyms.
Right?
Can you just tell me the whole sentence?
Yeah, and
I would explain it better.
They're both like super, super, super skilled and super high level when it comes to networking and technology and how it all works and programming.
Just reprogram the camera.
Right?
He probably could figure it out.
I'll tell you, he figured out.
Just hack into the camera. And
I don't know how he figured out, but the camera that we have for the top-down needed some kind of a key. I don't even know what that means. Maybe some of our viewers do that are
like a
technology-wise.
network key or something.
Yeah. And so he just went online, bought the key, updated the camera, put it all together. Like,
Yeah, he knows what he's doing.
well, you saw him already. He had the whole DOS background system, and to see him work that, it's like, oh,
Yeah, it's impressive.
man. Yeah, guy was really impressive. So I got to give him huge props to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they've been burning hours. Night one, Ira was here till 1 a.m. Then the next day was 3 a.m. The next day was 5 a.m.
5 a.m., yeah.
And then I think he was here till 2 last night. Maybe even later, 2 or 3 last night. And then back in, 10, 11 o'clock.
Impressive.
Yeah.
I saw him work quite a bit at those Predator events, and they're
the guy's a
workhorses, man. They
workhorse,
just
yeah.
they don't care. They'll work till the job is done. If it takes 12 hours, great. If it takes 16 hours, that sucks, but they'll stay and do it. Right?
Yeah. Well, to be fair, I showed you the schematic that I kind of did up for running all the cables.
Yeah, to run the cables, yeah.
And Ira says, "Oh, I'll come back." Right. The only reason he's got to go is his daughter's graduating.
Yeah, he told me
can't
too.
Really
he said
begrudge him that.
He said the flight was cheap.
Yeah.
It's like $450.
Yeah.
He thought it'd be way more, but he's like $450. He says, "Yeah, I'll come back." I told him too. Yeah, don't worry about all this stuff at once. Just get the 9-foot side working, and then if you want to come back and like button up the 7-foot side later on, then do that. Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be all at once,
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's be fair. This is a big room with a lot of tables.
It's a big setup,
and
for the first time, right?
Yeah, and for some of the challenges, and we don't need to go into detail, but some of the challenges that we were presented with, I give them all the credit in the world.
Yeah. Oh, this live scoring is great. Edwin, he's like got just on the wrong side of straight here.
Yeah, he's kind of on that funny angle.
Like he
where
wants
that
to go
two-ball
forward.
jams a little.
Yeah, but it jams, right? And you cheated too much, and you actually drive it off the 6. If that's the 6 or the 8, I'm not
The
sure.
6.
But no, you don't want to try to get crazy here. I would be contemplating stopping right there and playing the bank. What do you think about that, Grant? Can you stop there? Just bank the 3 next because the 4 is right next to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you're not doing anything crazy.
Yeah,
right?
why try to take too much? Take what the table gives you.
Yeah, it's kind of telling you.
Unless you're Edwin Montal.
Inside juice going to get over there? What a sick stroke that is.
That's so wrong.
Oh, man, with the wood shaft, too. It's the keel wood. It will keel. Oh, man, unbelievable. With the inside juice to hold, you don't know how tough that shot is.
Oh, man.
It's one thing to power draw it back there, but to power draw it back there with that much inside spin.
And miss the 6 with the 2.
That was a heavy shot. That might be the shot of the day.
I would agree.
I don't think I've seen a better one than that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was definitely the shot
and he
of
still
the day so far.
almost landed a little funny on this
Yeah,
too. Just a little
a
straighter
little bit.
than he'd love because
Yeah.
he needs to get good on the 4.
Yes.
Got to get short side on the 5. Oh, he
Oh.
moved so much,
Oh,
like
he
way
totally
more.
did.
But you could see he was just on the wrong side of town again, and he
Yeah.
had to cheat it and try to super spin it and do all these crazy things.
Yeah.
It's not really like he hasn't got the roll of the ball for a few games.
Yeah.
As good as he stroked the ball before,
Yeah.
you'd think he'd be perfect on the 3, but he'd just get a little unlucky to land a hair off angle. And
Well, and to be fair, when he stood up, he was halfway to the 4 before he finished the stroke for the 3.
He was already marking the match, I think. Just going to the tournament director over there.
Well, I mean, you got to be putting a little bit of doubt in Edwin's mind, right?
Oh,
Had him down 5-2.
4-1 and 5-2. He's definitely feeling it right now.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of heat on him to try to stop the bleeding.
And you know, it can be easy to be sitting there thinking, well, it's pretty late. You know?
Yeah.
I'm not really supposed to be bringing it right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a big surprise. I'm making a bunch of mistakes, and nobody's going to be surprised if it doesn't go my way, right?
Yeah.
he's going to land perfect on this ball. Look at this.
Oh, yeah.
Can
Nice little roll through.
Stun towards the 9, or he can roll it. Yeah. And he likes to roll the ball a bit, so.
Yeah, just don't end up behind the 9.
I think he just rolls it, and he maybe even misses the 9 completely. Goes kind of between the 5, 7, 9, you know.
Yeah. That would be ideal.
But you got to control the speed well.
Yeah,
He's coming right across the line.
Yeah.
Right across the shape line. But he's got a nice touch for these little shots. You watch him just drop in there. Nice. Oh, a little overrun, but
a little bit over.
It is the 6 ball next, right? Oh, that's the ball over the hole?
Yeah.
Yeah. Couldn't tell if it was the 8 or the 6, but yeah, that's all he's got to do is pot the 5, right?
Yeah. What's the elimination format? Double elimination to the quarterfinals, then it's
to the final 16.
Final 16.
So 8 from the A side and 8 from the B side will redraw into the final 16, then that'll be single elimination.
Yeah.
And
then it's race to
9 still.
Race to 9 still till the quarterfinals.
Semi-final.
Or semis. Then it's
10
to 10.
And the finals 11.
Yeah.
And we did kind of plan it out like we knew we'd have a late Friday, a late Saturday, a late Sunday.
Yeah.
The alternative was add another day, and it's not really feasible for this kind of championship.
Yeah.
If we were running the 9 ball, 10 ball, 8 ball all within a week or something, then that's different.
Yeah.
But we didn't want to make players come from Quebec for one tournament that's 4 days or something, you know? So we try to keep it short. I mean, and pool players are used to playing long days. They don't care. Even Edwin out there right now might be thinking, man, this isn't ideal. But he doesn't hate it. Like, how many late nights has Edwin played? 1 million.
Yeah.
It's not anything new to him.
You and I have been on the this side of the camera on many, many, many late nights.
Oh, much later than 2 a.m., that's for sure.
Yeah.
We've been at some 4 or 5 a.m. ones.
Yeah.
But when it's the finals, you got to finish the stream.
Yep. It's a long weekend. Why not? Just adds to cost, right? I mean, yes, first place is decent money, you know, $7,020. I guess it's a little more than decent. But when you're flying across from the east side of Canada and competing in the Canadian championships, and you've got a minimum of 14 players of 700 Fargo and above, it is a challenge. So cost factor does come into play for one event, right?
And I'm not like Tuesday.
You need a travel day home.
Isn't Tuesday the holiday? I'm pretty sure that's Canada Day, right?
It is. You are correct.
So it's not really a long weekend, is it?
Most are making it an extra long weekend.
They just take Monday off of work or something. But, like, so would we play the tournament on Monday? That's why I don't. It would have been tough either way is what we were thinking. We actually talked about this for quite a while before we decided.
Yeah, I bet there was a debate for sure.
It was for, I actually was for adding one more day, but I live 7 minutes from here.
Correct. Yeah. Even with myself, right? I'm only 20 minutes.
Yeah. If I ran, I could get home in probably 20 minutes. Jogging, light jog. But if I drive, it's 7 minutes.
Diana says, I remember being tuned in at a 4 a.m. match before. Yeah, there's been a few of those.
Oh, Jason with the nice cut that time. He lost the cue ball up table a little. Almost worked out for him because the 2's up there as well, but he's cutting the 1 in. That's a good sign. A lot of these guys are just not used to this break.
Well, and the 9 on the spot and the 2 random, right? Even if they are good with, you know, cutting
with
the head ball in.
The spot.
Yeah.
Still the random 2.
It's so random with the 2 ball.
Yeah. I'm working it like a clock. So I rack the 2 like behind the 1 to the right.
Yeah.
And then I just rack it clockwise around.
Yeah.
So I move it one spot behind, then 1 spot behind, then in the back of the rack, and then to the left side up that way. And then, so it's always somewhere different. And I kind of just remember, okay, I racked it there before.
Yeah.
And then I have an idea, okay, rack 7.
Yeah.
I should be in this spot with the 2. Because you got to pay attention a little bit to where it's going. So if you're
Gives you an idea anyway.
And maybe you can get a bit lower with the kiss on the 9 or higher on the kiss.
Wow.
I like this choice.
What a shot, Edwin.
I like this. I thought he might contemplate giving it back, but this time he said, no, thank you. I like the kick safe. Executed it to perfection. I don't think he has the edge here. He tried one earlier where he had an edge and he drove by it, remember, after the push out?
Yeah.
This is similar. This is a long way away.
He's getting down into it right away, though.
I like the kick come across the face of it, but yeah, maybe it's more of the edge than the camera shows. He's kind of got momentum here too, so he might just be feeling it.
Oh, yeah, great shot.
Yeah, it's going to stay behind some balls, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. Wow, this is another kick and stick here from Edwin.
Has to 2-rail this one, though. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's parallel enough. He can flick it with some right spin.
Yeah.
Just off one rail, off the short rail. This is a little tougher to control, but
it is.
You know, the 3-8 might even be big balls here, too, so.
Yeah. Catch that 2 right, and 3-8 is
the cue ball is going to kind of track towards the right side rail and then maybe towards the 3-8. Might be even what he goes for rather than try to hold it behind the 6, you know?
Yeah.
Let's see, I'm curious how he plays this
the 2 ball's got to go back up kind of to that top rail.
And that's a big part of the shot. You got to get the 2 ball up there.
He's going to make it.
Oh, no. That's maybe worst case scenario.
Yeah,
next to leaving it over the hole.
Didn't really want that.
He didn't want to leave it over the hole, so he's glad it went in. But
yeah, where do you even kick from here? Behind the 6, maybe?
I think that's all he's got with some spin too. It needs a little left spin, I think.
Yeah, a little juicy love.
Maybe not too much, but a little for sure, right?
Well, he does have a path, I think, to go straight at it, but a little bit of helper juice is not a terrible thing.
Well, if he hits it kind of full, he could bank the 3 to the left side rail, and he can maybe hold the cue ball near the 7. Let's see. This is kind of an Edwin special here, I think.
Right? Just kick it into the heart
to be honest.
Position the 5 ball.
Oh, he really could make it. He made the last one, right? Oh, at speed.
The back cut with position.
How about in the other pocket? Never saw that coming, but he did.
I didn't.
Well, look where the cue ball is. Cue ball's the biggest part of that shot. What he's trying to do is get the cue ball where it is and get the 4 to go like up table 3, whatever ball that was he just kicked.
3 ball.
He wants separation.
So
bonus
crazy.
If it goes in, right?
Yeah.
But really, that's why he hit it hard, because he's trying to get the cue ball up there and get some separation. He hit it so great, though. It's nice when they go in, right?
Yeah. Well, it's nice when they go in like that and you still have position.
Still have a shot. This is a long one. Let's see.
This is downtown for sure.
Still. He did stay a bit stiller on that.
He sure did. 8's going to be in the way.
Well, and you know why? Because he slopped that ball in.
Yep.
If he hits that ball thicker, then the cue ball doesn't travel as far. Yeah. It's because he overcut it. I'm actually surprised the ball went in. I thought he missed it by enough that it wasn't going to go in.
Yeah, it would have bobbled.
Yeah. He'll take this over rattling again, right? This is a couple shots where he's glad it found a way in anyway. So I wonder if he tries to bank the 6 between the 8-9, because I think you can see enough to do that.
Yeah.
And just keep the cue ball. I mean, maybe gets under the 9, but maybe he just leaves it long and get the 6 contained up there where he's standing. Kind of right near where he put the chalk there. That's where he wants to get the 6, I think. You can kind of stun the cue ball a bit.
Yeah.
It's a stun follow, which makes controlling the speed on the 6 maybe easier. Oh, he's using the 9.
Using the 9 or trying to.
That's a smart shot because he knows he can't really sell out. He's always going to contain the 6 quite a bit. If Jason comes with a big shot here and cuts it in, well, then you just clap, right?
You cut it in or do you bank it?
I think
with the 7 where it is.
I think he cuts it. cuts it in the top left because I think he can go clean by the 9 off 2 rails. I think.
I actually might take the
You
bank.
like the bank in the side?
do.
Like coming across the face of it a little?
I dig.
Or dig into it, yeah.
Yeah, and just try to pot it.
Yeah, I do like, if you're going to try to do the bank, then yeah, you got to try to dig it. Because you come across the face, you actually might scratch or double kiss it or something weird, right?
Oh, he's playing safe the
You know
whole
what?
time.
I would have never thought he would play the safe there, to be honest. I think we touched on this a little bit before, though, is like, it's 1:45 a.m. now.
Yes.
Your opponent is 70 years old, so not the worst thing to leave him 9 feet away and on the rail. Yeah, you can attack is great. You know, you're playing Edwin, and you do want to attack a bit, but you do have to recognize the time. Bring all these things into the equation.
Yep. And I actually like chipping off the left side of 6 and bringing the cue ball down.
You know, I think he would too, but it's the time and the late. You know,
it is late.
And the distance is tough for Edwin nowadays, and it's not just that, but he's admitted it too much.
Yeah.
So he's like talked himself into the fact that he doesn't see well over distance anymore. I think he goes the other way. So he contains the 6 on the left side rail.
Problem is the 6 goes towards that bottom pocket.
No, I think you just send the cue ball towards the 7. Yeah, you see what he was trying to do? You just hit it thick. You want the cue ball to the right and the 6 to the left, and that way
you almost have to hit
got
that
it wrong.
Perfect, though, from distance.
Oh, it's hard to get it correct, yeah.
Right? I think I don't know. I'd probably go the other way.
Yeah, thin it the other way, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Even with my bad eyes.
Even with your bad eyes. Yeah, certainly. And one other thing that was a factor there was he was trying to use a little right spin to get the cue ball going, you know, more towards the right side rail, and it deflects. The new cloth's going to deflect.
So he's hitting.
He just hits it full. Yeah. That's what we saw happen there. And he's, you know, cue ball near the rail is going to make it deflect a little more too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just one of those shots. This is still not a gimme. I mean,
no,
I think he's got to play it in the side.
Yeah.
And you see where he's pointing his finger. He needs to send the cue ball off like 2 rails here.
Do you play it to the side, or do you take the big pocket down at the bottom corner and just stun it?
Yeah, man, if I could play the corner, I would all day. I'm with you on that. But the stun, you might not want to elevate here under pressure, you know?
That's true. But, I mean, if you're Jason, you're as confident can be.
I'm often just trying to find, like, what's the table telling you to do?
Yeah.
And I think here, you're right. The table's telling you to play it in the corner, right?
It's a big corner.
Sure, it might be like a slightly
big
tougher
corner,
pot,
new cloth.
But yeah, I think
slide's good.
I think it's what you're supposed to do.
That's why.
Yeah. He might have.
He got away with it.
You know, yeah, slightly gotten away. Edwin will edge the left side of it this time, I think, because he has no choice.
Yeah. That's all he can see.
Yeah, that's it. That's all he's got.
Right, but that's why I play it the other way. Those pockets on the side are.
I'm with you.
They're not as forgiving as the corner,
and
especially with new cloth.
And if you're trying to send the cue ball a good distance with some spin, then that cut in the side is way tough.
Yeah.
Oh, this isn't hard enough, is it?
Oh, yeah, he's there all day.
Oh, straight into the 8.
Oh, I didn't want to hit the 8. Yeah. I thought he hit that perfect.
I
thought he was by the 8.
It was pretty nice.
Perfect.
This is still tough, though, because you can catch this a little thick and just kind of push it over the hole.
Yeah.
Especially if you try to play it with the side spin. Right?
Yeah.
Like the left.
See, and
left
I still go off the left side.
That's what he's doing for sure.
Yeah.
But the left spin can shove it to the right so much that you catch it thick here.
Yeah.
And all you really do is push the 6 over the top right corner. So you gotta watch here. You might even see him like try to avoid the spin. Maybe send the cue ball more towards the 9 than using the 8.
Yeah.
And just containing the 6 up there. Oh, this is tricky.
This one is tricky. Does he have enough to kind of go into the face of the 6, have the cue ball go to the end rail, side rail, and just kind of stick up here and bank the 6 down by the 9.
I looked at that right away too because I like that shot. It's
Yeah.
more of the containing one.
Yeah.
But the gap between the 7-9 might be just too tough to pick too, right? Like, and if you crash into either one of those balls at the 6, you're dead meat.
Yeah. But, I mean, same can be said for trying to chip off the left side, right?
Yeah.
If you don't get that right, you're sold out anyway.
And at least with the other one, if you chip the 9, you're still going to leave Edwin like 8 feet away, and cue ball on the rail, and that's what you want to be doing. Joshua, good try, pal. You'll be back tomorrow. I'm not playing early in the morning. I'm in the second round of matches. I don't play till 11:30 or 12 maybe. Matches start at 10 tomorrow for everybody tuning in. Make sure you set an alarm. 10 a.m. Mountain Time.
Yeah, you'll be in there at, I would say, around 11:30.
Yeah.
Depending on how far down you are.
No, I'm only like 3 matches, so it will be like around 11:30. Yeah. I'm like third match down.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Got another soft opponent. I'm just playing big reds.
Oh, is that all? Just that guy?
That's it. Just getting easier now, I think. Stan was tough.
Yeah, Stan's always tough. Whether it's on bar box, 9-foot, 8-ball, 9-ball,
Red will be
doesn't
fun.
matter.
We've never played.
You and Red have never played?
Me and Red have never played. No, never played. Because I've never played the Canadians before, and he's only came out west once before this.
Wow.
So
I didn't know
we've
that.
never played. But it was always going to be a good match for TV because it's David versus Goliath.
Sure.
He's a giant.
We got to have that. We got to put that. I got to
And
tell
I
Steph,
am not a giant.
make sure.
Well, there's a good chance it would be because we're the third match down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's time to weasel it in there.
Yeah. Even if not, just jump over a couple, and that's a match I want to see.
There's so many good matches, though, too, that it's hard to.
There is.
And the winner of us is most likely going to be in the juice later on in the tournament, too, right? So.
But still, like you said, I want to see it.
David
The
versus
tallest
Goliath,
guy
man.
in the room
Like,
to
you
the
can't
shortest guy
see
in the
him
room.
on the stream, but you can always see me. You just see half of him all the time.
No matter where the camera angle's
You gotta
pointed.
zoom out when it's his shot,
Yeah.
and zoom in when it's my shot.
Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, easy W, right?
It's gonna
Nothing
be. It's
easy
gonna
about
be
it.
nice. You know what? I really like Red's style
Oh,
of play.
what a shot.
He's got
How does
such
he
a
hold that?
and not scratching the side.
Right?
Yeah,
How does he hold that shot?
he had to be
That's so
brave there. I'll
gross.
tell you what, because he overcut it a little to avoid the scratch.
Yeah.
If he cuts it in the heart, cue ball straight in the side.
Yeah.
And with the cue ball on the rail, man, he did well there. And this is a big moment for him to recover from
He plays
5-2.
those touch shots so good. Just touchy. I'm no good at those anymore.
And his
I used to be okay
and
at
like
those.
the timing on his stroke isn't what it used to be either,
Yeah.
but he sees the angles so well, and he knows what the cue ball is going to do, upon contact with spin, and he's just so smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red and I'll have fun tomorrow. That's a match I'm going to enjoy. I like his style. He plays quick,
Yeah. I think I think that'll be a great match.
Might have a Hill 1 hour match. No, I'm going to slow him down. Just kidding. I don't slow anybody down. Just play my own pace. Shout out to Lackno for doing a great job. Tony did an awesome job on these tables. I've heard nothing but good things from the players. They're loving it. And he is a diamond dealer, guys, so if you need a diamond table or diamond parts even for your table.
And chalk and cues and everything
Oh,
else,
he's
too.
got everything else, too. And they said he's pretty good with the cue repair and does it all.
It's a one-stop shop.
Mm-hmm.
An hour and 45 minutes southeast of Calgary.
Well, there have been a couple 3-hour matches in the bracket, and there's a chance this could be another one. But I tend to think this one will be over in half an hour. I think one of these guys is going to get done
Yeah.
maybe
this,
9-7.
This has to be over in a half hour. I'm going to pull up a pillow.
Well, yeah, me too. Might not go home.
Yeah, I may as well
No,
just stay and
I'm going home.
pull an all night and an all dayer, I would have no brain left. I fought through what I think when I was on with Jim, some of the worst commentary I've ever done. Ever.
You're probably not as bad as you thought it was.
Oh man, my brain was mush. I'm fumbling. I can't get words right. It was bad. But I fought through it. Kind of came back match after that. But my brain was toast.
It's that kind of day, long one. You've had a few long ones for sure, but
yeah, I've been
I
here.
think this is always a long one, the Friday, first day of the tournament,
Yeah.
Edwin made all the balls on the break except the one. He did hit that one pretty good, though. Like, he cut it nice.
Did.
He got the cue ball going back towards the 9 off the side rail. That's what you want to do.
Yeah, and I think he can see to pot this, too.
He could. And I think he attacks here because he can send the cue ball around off a few rails. 2 is very available.
Yeah. You're good on 2 almost from anywhere.
But
so
the
long as you're
safety's
not
a
behind.
layup, too. But, he was cueing
he
to pot
overcuts
it.
it. Overcuts it to perfection.
Well, he might have known that, too, right? He might have known he could afford to overcut it.
Well, and he's made this run out a little more challenging, pushing the 4 up to the 9.
I actually think he really did know about the overcut there, like missing it on the pro side, because he played the cue ball at a speed where if it didn't hit the 4, it's only really going to the right side rail.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows it's going to be safe, That was a smart shot.
Well, and he's still on the 2.
Exactly. He's going to be clear of the 7, right, and on the 2. I don't know if he knew going into the 4 and that would tie up and the 9 would block the 1, but he contained the 1 pretty good with the overcut. It's a nice shot. That's what we call missing on the pro side. You're going to miss that one. You want to hit it thin, not thick. Oh, this is beautiful.
What a shot.
With the side spin, he got it there.
Yeah.
I think he needed, it didn't look like he massed it, but he massed it.
Yeah, he totally did.
It was like a flat cue masse, just so much right spin that it massed there.
That's a good answer, Mr. Kachayanu.
That's really nice. Really nice control. I think Edwin can see the edge. He's probably going to try to bank the 1 underneath the 4-9 and ship the cue ball back up table.
Yeah.
Not easy, but he's pretty good at these little shots.
Oh.
I had the shot against Stan. I got it completely wrong. Oh, man. I put the 1 over that bottom left corner.
Right. That's my move.
It was right over the pocket for him. It was so not good. I want to say dumb, but it wasn't dumb. It was just extremely misplayed.
Just a failed attempt.
Very failed.
Which, that's my calling card.
Couple good matches still going on. Peter Lalibert and Barry McLean at 7-7.
So good to see Barry back out here.
Isn't it nice
I haven't seen Barry in, 8, maybe 10 years.
It's probably been a long time since we've been out that way.
Do you know what? It was the
Invitational.
Alberta Bar Box Championships.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah.
So it was before the Invitational.
Before the Invitational.
Yeah. Oh, he could see enough to spike that in. What a shot. He drew it back.
What?
He could see enough.
No.
And he drew it back. Oh, man, that was a good shot. Edwin still got it at 2 a.m. here, folks. To play it the way he did, that was nice.
He super juiced that, too.
He's got to do something with the 4 here. He's like a long way out of the woods.
Yeah. Well, if he's got the angle, and draw back down to second diamond up from the bottom right.
Does it
take
go
the bank
from over there? Yeah, the bank. You know what? And he's one of the ones that showed me these kind of shots. Not like showed me. He showed me because I was watching, paying attention. But when you don't have to move the ball, sometimes just shaping the bank is better than trying to move the ball.
I agree.
More predictable to just play shape to a bank than it is to pot a ball, move 2 balls, control where those 2 balls go and where the cue ball goes.
Yeah,
there's too many moving parts.
Yeah.
If you just play shape to a bank, well, there's only one moving part, right? Oh, that was the problem. You had to power it up a little.
And
this might not be the worst thing in the world. He's got to go off one rail here, move it.
Now he puts that decisions on on Jason's side.
That's right.
But Steven, you should be here. No question.
Come on, he's in the McDonald's drive-through.
He should be playing in this event.
There's two things wrong. Yeah, like you should be playing and you shouldn't be in the McDonald's drive-thru.
Bull. Because if you're going to be in the McDonald's drive-thru, you best be bringing me some.
Oh, yeah. Well, maybe that's what it is. He's in the McDonald's drive-thru just down the street.
I love
the
it.
way here. Bring you a McDouble.
I love it. Bring it.
I like a McFlurry.
Oh,
Shouldn't have said it. Eh?
You totally shouldn't have.
Well, their ice cream machine doesn't work, so don't worry about it.
Now I want to score McFlurry.
But it doesn't work. The ice cream machine's broken. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I think he's going to go off the left side rail here with lots of left spin and try to go into it and separate them. But this is not a gimme.
No.
You can flick the 9 and like end up in nowhere land.
Yeah.
Or you can just drive right by them. I think, like, to be honest, there's probably more bad things that can happen here than good things.
I like going to that second diamond up from that bottom right corner. Just take what the table gives you.
Just where Edwin was going to go, right? Edwin
Yeah.
was going to power draw it over there.
Yeah.
I don't think he was going any crazier than that. He just miscued on the draw, but
yeah,
he's going into it soft. He's going to just flick the 9. That's what I was talking about. You can flick the 9, end up nowhere. Now what?
yeah. Now this is it
That
depends,
just happens
right?
so.
If you
That
can,
just happens so often, you know.
if you can kind of just stun the 4 past the 9 and leave the cue ball behind 9,
It might.
then it's not terrible.
It might even be like push into the 9 a little, and use the 7. Like send the 4 up table, but you kind of use the 9 to hold the cue ball behind the 7.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you can just stay behind the 9.
This is one of those touchy little shots that I don't, at least in my opinion, I don't think he needed to be there. Go to the second diamond and
play the bank.
bank.
Yeah, or even
what's wrong with that?
Even a safety. Yeah. Yeah, I don't hate trying to open it up, but it is like this happens a lot.
Yeah,
at least to me.
Yeah,
I
would rather
flick the top ball because they're so close together. It's hard not to hit the other ball.
Yeah. But why not play for a
rail.
Guaranteed shot, right?
Or even like you might have had a safety from over there too.
Yeah, you get a little funny on the angle, whatever. Play the safety.
Safe. Yeah. I don't know what he's got here, man. This is real tough.
Is he trying to
Especially
bank the
jacked
9?
up. No, I don't think so.
No, he tried. He tried to stun in.
But this is what he was worried about: was the 4 is going to get a lot of speed. He's left it. Yeah, this has got lots of room for
It's makeable.
Mr. Montal. He's got to come with it here, though. This is a big shot.
Yeah.
Looks like Jordan marking the score to go up 8-4 on Vino. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he's marking the score to finish the match.
Finished.
Yeah. It's getting late out there, guys. Okay, big one for Edwin here. I'd love to say he's got to stay still, but that's not a factor. He can jump. He can jump up and make this ball still.
He's missing his flip-flops.
Oh, he hammered it. Why so hard? Why not just with some top? Was I seeing the angle wrong?
No.
Maybe he just didn't want to hit it like that because it's more missable, but it's very missable the way he hit it too.
Yeah, unless he's got to carry some spin through, maybe he couldn't see as much as we thought.
Oh, I think he could have just topped, a little top, little left.
Just pocket weight.
Off some 2 rails.
Right,
and
maybe
out
a little
middle
more
table.
than pocket weight.
Yeah, but just not, he didn't have to go crazy, and he went crazy.
We'll chalk that one up to 2 a.m. That's what we'll chalk that.
Decision making can be a factor at 2 a.m. Yeah. That's the line I thought Edwin had off 2 rails. The same kind of middle table.
Yeah.
But it's not over yet. Jason's still with 3 balls left here. Got to do the work.
Got to do the work, but this is pretty favorable if you're Jason. Really not a lot to do.
No, he's
leave some angle here.
Back to middle table again.
Yeah.
And pool players, we're real good at this. Get the cue ball in the middle of the table. That's the sweet zone, you know?
He did. He attempted to go the stylish way, Stephen.
Yeah. No style points out here.
Yep. Yeah, you don't win the Canadian championships with style points.
Not really. Johnny Mora does it pretty good with both hands, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, he's not called Mr. Smooth for no good reason.
Man, did he ever play smooth
Oh,
earlier,
I
too?
gave that to the wrong player. Let's put it
That match
over
we
to-
watched on the stream, he just played real smooth, of course. As expected. Just gets
Yeah.
through the ball so nice, you know. I just put it on Baptiste right away. It was like 6-1.
Oh, yeah. But
Yeah.
Johnny Baptiste missed a couple of uncharacteristic
He did.
shots.
He really did
Yeah.
because, I mean, the score could have been like, I want to say 3-2 for Johnny at one point for Baptiste, and it wasn't. It was like 4-1, right?
Yeah.
That's a big swing.
Yeah.
Kishino.
Well, and especially on the stream, first match, you know, you're here for the title, right? And all those things have a kind of a ripple effect.
Yeah.
And then you start getting down, and it's like quicksand. Drags you right in.
I love this comment from Sven. He's lost tons of tournaments going the style route, but he wouldn't have it any other way. I like
Wow, what a
Alex
break.
said it best once, Pagaline. He said, think a lot of us forget that we're entertainers.
Yes.
It's like a hockey player.
Yeah.
Like, who pays the hockey player? The fan. The fan pays the hockey player. That's sure it's the team. Yeah, they sign him for all these crazy millions. It's the fan that buys the jersey that pays the hockey player.
All I want to know is where's my hockey team? Where's somebody going to sign me for that kind of cash?
See some of the extensions today? Some of the, like, Tavares for $17 million for 4 more years or something. He's a third line. He's third liner. He's making like $6 million a year.
Listen,
Almost 6. Crazy.
how
amount.
about this deal? Just give me one of those. I'll be the water boy.
Yeah,
That's it. Just give me a $1 million contract.
That's
I'll
fine.
come be the water boy.
Yeah.
Right? And believe me, you'll have more water than you could ever shake a stick
It'll be the
at.
best water,
It'll be
too.
It's the best water.
It's the
It'll
best
be the best
water.
water than any water boy has ever water boyed for.
Just $1 million a year. Any
That's
hockey
it.
teams out there
That's
listening?
cheap.
It's
It's
available for water boy
It's a
duties.
steal.
This was a nice break from Jason, but he didn't make the one, you know?
Yeah.
So he made some other random ball. He's a little fortunate to be on the one the way he was.
Yeah, but, I mean,
Big rack
nothing,
here.
nothing holding him back except himself to
And this,
get
This
himself on the hill.
such a big game in the match, you know, with just the way the score's gone. 5-2, and then 6-5, and then 6-6, and now 7-6. Like, when he gets out here, he's such a big favorite to win the match.
Yeah.
And, yeah,
Wow, there's
stopping
nothing stopping him, right? That is such a true statement. This is definitely the Canadian 9-ball championships. Bloody commentators talking hockey.
We had to throw hockey in
Of
there
course.
at some point.
I mean, how can you not?
Something about the Maple Leafs and the Canadians, and then, you know, back to pool.
That's it. Eventually we come back around.
That's right. They got to stay smooth on this one because he doesn't want to end up too far to the right of this 4-ball next. He wants a little angle on the 4, but he just doesn't want a ton of angle.
Yeah, he's kind of funny on this 3.
I think it's just a soft draw. Yeah, see, he doesn't want to land too far to the right. And
He's
might have.
okay.
Yeah, he's okay.
A little more of a cut than I think what he had initially drawn out the blueprint for, but
Nice thing is 6 right over the hole here. So
Yeah,
it gets
I
on
mean-
the 5, doesn't matter. Just have to pot it.
pot the 4 natural to the 5.
Yeah, but I wonder if he comes across the line or if you just touch this with some inside.
Yeah.
And play up the left side rail a bit, like kind of towards the 6, but
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to go into the 6-2 off angle.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, just a touch of right spin.
Yeah.
Like you don't load it up or anything. You
No,
just
no.
Flick it.
No. It's nice pocket weight, 2 rails out.
Oh, I like the 5 rail shape. Yeah. There you go. That's the Stephen Folan style
Oh,
points.
he's overcut it.
You should have played the 5-rail
He's
shape.
overcut it.
Folan, you were right, my friend. If he played the 5-rail shape, he would have never missed the ball, I tell you that much.
Well, Edwin's off the rail, pocket the 4.
Style route. 5 in the right side, style route. I think he can definitely see enough to make this, right? The camera can be a little deceiving, but I don't think, the 9 impedes at all.
Yeah, it looks like he's cueing right at it.
So lots of left spin, use a second rail. Yeah, like this. This is the line I was thinking Jason was taking.
Oh, that slowed up quite a bit.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Inch perfect. What a turnaround.
Yeah, big
From
game.
8-6, he's going to be on the hill.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
7-7.
And what a match. All the other matches are done. Barry and Peter just finished. Barry wins 9-7. The room is emptied out. People sleeping in chairs.
You're looking at one of them.
Oh, yeah. Grant's still awake a little bit.
Oh, no. I'm sleeping right now.
Edwin's giving this shot to be sure. Come on, Edwin. 6 over the hole. What are you doing, bud? We all got to go to bed. Just kidding. Big match here. Big match. First match of the tournament.
Oh, he threw everything at that.
And gave it to Be Sure. That's the Edwin Be Sure. When he throws his whole body into it, that's when
he even included his right hip in that one.
Yeah.
Well, Edwin steals, plays cleanup.
This is a big steal. This is a big
That
one.
was a really big steal.
And
it was wide
Jason's not an emotional player at all.
Yeah.
But you got to know he's thinking about that, and he's going to be thinking about that. That's not one that any player forgets about, because after the break.
Yes, well, especially this late into the match.
And you've been trailing a lot. You've been trailing a lot in this match.
Well,
and now you finally got a chance to, like, get a 2-game lead for once.
Yeah.
And you're on the hill. And all, and you know, after he broke, especially after he made the 1,
Yeah.
makes the 1, he gets on the 2. He's like, "That's it."
Well, how
What
many
a
times
layout!
do
The
you see
5
it?
there, the 6 over the side. How do you not get out from there?
Yeah. How many times do you see it, where you come back, you make a run, but you just can't close?
It's really hard to finish.
Yeah.
We saw it earlier actually with Blair Major playing Jason Cloud. He's up
Right.
7-2 and 8-3, and he starts missing 9 balls. And then
Wow.
he finally got it done. And the oddest game when it's 8-7 is Jason scratches on the break, and Blair hooks him twice, and Jason doesn't hit either one. So he's already 3-fouled him, but he doesn't recognize it.
Oh.
He plays another good save, and Jason
hits.
doesn't hit it, but he's got ball in hand, this little, like,
Duck
easy
out.
combo. He ends up with this little easy combo. But it was like, oh, no, you already won the match, but you didn't know it.
Wow.
He had him. He 3-fouled him, but he didn't know he'd already 3-fouled him. And Jason's not about to say it.
Yeah, right?
No, they're talking about Vino conceding the last game.
Oh.
He's just a little tilted at the end of that one.
Yeah.
It's never easy losing the first match of the tournament.
Oh, because you know you're in for a
Well,
grind.
not just that, but you get these stupid negative thoughts. Like, I get them before the tournament even starts. I look at my bracket and go, oh, one of us is going to go 2-0.
Yep.
And it's a sick feeling to think that, like, it's just the one thing you don't want to have happen. Go 2-0. Happened to me in Vegas, and it was just like, what? People are like, what happened? Like, well, I lost 7-6, 7-6. Like, what are you going to do? It's Valley Table 8 ball, but I'm never supposed to go 2-0 in that tournament.
Yeah.
I had the highest rating of all the players. I go 2-0. Wait a second.
Yeah. What?
So you know, like, anybody who loses in this round is just automatically thinking, man, am I going to go 2-0?
Right?
Players are getting better at recovering. Like, Stan is a good example for us.
Yes.
You know, the first thing he said to me after is, I'll be back. I know he will, because he knows Final 16 single limb.
Yep.
I'll be back, he said. not panicking yet. You know, where a lot of us we panic a little. Well, the one caught the horn.
Nothing down.
The one caught the horn. That's
Again,
big trouble.
9-4 sticking together.
The 3 right there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, 3's there.
Yeah, if he gets good on the 2, gets down here for the 3.
Can you get good on the 3 from the 2 to get to 4? 4 goes to the right side. But I think
It
that's
probably
it.
goes up to the top right, too. Just a little deceiving on the camera.
I got to stand up. I can't
Yeah, I
sit
had
no
to
more.
stand for a minute, too.
I can't do it. Let me up. Let me up.
Yeah, good thing we got a standing desk, eh? That's why this desk is high. Not because it was pre-built.
We need good old comfier chairs.
Well, then you need a lower desk. That's the problem. I had office chairs in here before. Nobody wanted to use them.
Yeah.
Because they were too low.
Yeah.
Then you're like this, trying to reach the mouse.
Well, I'd be like this, but.
Yeah, I was like this.
You need a booster
sitting,
seat for that chair.
Well, yeah, absolutely, yeah. Like it didn't have a high enough. Maybe we need like the barber's chair that, you know, has the crank.
Right?
Crank it up. Yeah.
Even with the lean back.
There you go.
Right?
Any donuts left in there?
Oh, yeah.
There certainly are.
Better take this one, save it for later, so nobody else gets it.
Well, I'm all about this guy right here.
Yeah, perfect.
Done and done.
Yeah, that's going to be a necessity after this, I think, or during this, actually.
Might need a little
Pick me up.
a little sugar injection here to get me through whatever, how many hours I got left.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. You'll still be here when I come back at 9:30, I'm sure.
Probably.
Hopefully not, but hopefully he's just got it figured out right away, too, you know?
Yeah.
Sure he will. Smart guy. He's playing the combo here. He was, but he's missed it.
Oh, and left it
And you look,
wired.
not an emotional player. Jason, never emotional. But you can see him now. He's bothered. Because the rack before is the one that's still on his mind.
Yeah, of course.
He really let it slip in that one.
Well, and Edwin's got to control really 3 balls on this shot. Yep, 2 a.m. shot for sure, Travis. Oh, Steven's got a comment here. Let me pick it up. How about this for a new rule to the matchroom break rules? When you break, the cue ball can't touch a rail unless it gets kicked by another ball. No more cup breaking. Interesting. Best option is to hit them hard and solid. Squat the cue ball. It'll feel more like old school 9 ball.
So how about this for a rule? You have to push after the break.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
But what's the gain of that, though?
Well, because here's what Steven's trying to say, is he does not want to see somebody make a ball on every break. He just doesn't want to see it.
So
He just can't see it. If a guy breaks 5 times, he makes a ball on 5 breaks, he doesn't want to see it.
Yeah.
So the alternative is you have to push out every time. It's awkward for like viewing and whatever, but
Right, but I think
it takes away the break is what they're trying to do.
Yeah, and it punishes the guy for having a good break.
That's what that's what they've done, you know.
Well, and
they've kind of taken away the break, so now everybody's more on equal terms, which is nice.
I think this format is the right way.
It really is.
Right? 9 on the spot, 1 on top, 2 ball maneuvers every rack.
And you see these guys. These guys are both super players, and they've missed the one in the side quite a bit.
Yeah.
And we talked about that a bit before. It's like, you know, it's not going in every time. You think you got it figured out, and then all of a sudden it won't go in for like 5 breaks in a row.
Well, and even if you make the 1 ball,
I love
the 2 is changing positions every rack.
Random.
Right?
That's the nice
Not
part.
only the 2, but all the other ones.
All of them.
They're all random,
Mhm.
right? Because I don't want to punish a guy for having a good break and
No.
being able to make a ball, right?
I'm a big fan of
I
this
mean,
format.
Yeah. But I do want to see some runs. I want to see some heavy hits on a break and all that stuff. And I think this format, this is the way.
It's just good enough, yeah. Edwin missing that 3 ball. Let's see. Does the 4 go in the bottom left, do you think, Grant? Does it pass the 9? He's looking over there like maybe it does.
I guess it must if he's gone over and looked at
Well,
it.
because where else do you go here? You can't, like, power this one
Super
around
tricky
the top
though,
inside
right?
off 4 rails or something.
Yeah, yeah. Because you want to kind of be close to your work.
Yeah, you don't want to
But
be
trying
too
to
far
get-
away.
Trying to get close is
Yeah, you
that's tricky.
see where he's looking. Yeah, he can't get close. I don't even think he takes the cut on from where he's pointing. I think he tries to play some sort of safe if he ends up that far away.
Okay, so now I'm going to open up this whole conversation to a whole new level,
Oh, absolutely.
right? Here's the big issue, right? So the issue is the pros always find the best way to adapt to new rules, no matter what the case is. It's
Yeah.
their career.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm saying 9 ball's not the game of the pros.
Yeah, no, and that's fair.
Right.
I think we
If-
talked about this a little bit. I talked about this with somebody recently. Might have been Ira, actually.
Mm-hmm. I know exactly what the game is.
Was we need all the games. Pool's not one game.
Yeah.
Just like chess isn't one game.
Okay, so
To me, I think we need to admit
There's
that there's great things about one pocket, great things about straight pool, and there's
Yeah.
space for all of those games.
Yeah.
9 ball is not the only game. As much as I love what Matchroom's doing, it's not the end all.
So here's my opinion, and believe me, it's worth what y'all paid for it.
Free stream.
Yeah. My opinion is this: it has to be 8 ball. 8 ball is the most globally
That was something
played
we talked about
sport
a lot. Yeah.
on the planet. And when you compare what poker did, they have their crown jewel, which is no limit hold'em.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean to say that
That's
they
the only
don't
game,
do
yeah.
and broadcast the other ones,
Mhm.
but
That's
by
the
and large,
crown,
the
yeah.
crown jewel is no
Mhm.
limit. If we took that approach with pool to say 8 ball is the crown jewel, that's the most broadcast, the most targeted audience, and then we have 9 ball, 10 ball,
Yeah.
straight pool, one pocket, yada yada
Mhm.
yada. But
There's
in
room
order
for
to,
all the other ones, too.
oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree 1,000%.
Yeah.
But it can't. 9 ball can't be the crown jewel. 10 ball can't be the crown jewel. You're never going to get anybody that's new.
That's where I'm at with it, is new. And we've always been about that at Q
Yeah.
Sports Live. Is like we try to get new people watching pool. Somebody who's never watched pool before, I want them to watch pool today.
Yeah.
But if they never watched pool before and they tuned in right now, they would have no idea why he's shooting the purple ball here.
Yes, exactly. Right?
Because they've never seen anything but 8 ball.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
They would wonder
So
why he's
why
not
can't
shooting
we-
something.
Yeah.
better.
Why can't we placate to that and take advantage
Yeah,
of
take advantage of 8
that
ball.
being
that's
the
what,
largest?
That's what hay ball's doing. They're smart
Yeah,
about it.
no, for sure. And
Man, he missed that by a lot. I was actually surprised he took it on from that far away. But no, I love what you're saying. Like I'm all about 8 ball too. I love the game. I love all the games. I think I love straight pool the best, but I love one pocket.
yeah,
And there's room for everything. But yeah, I think the general public has all played a game of 8 ball or
Yep.
seen a game played in the bar
Yeah.
or
now
not too
now
many
if
of
we
them know
take
what
that
9 ball is.
we take that conversation, we roll that into the conversations that I've had with Ira and the future of what Leather Pocket has now,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll start putting all the pieces together and going, okay, now I get it. This is how it'll be done.
Mm-hmm. Man,
Right.
he got away with one there. You see the cue ball just catch the horn, the side pocket, and it kind of crept him towards the ball a little bit more, too. He might have got away with it a little bit there. He landed perfect.
Perfect will work.
Jason had like 2 cracks at this table already, you know?
Yeah.
That shot on the 4 was extremely difficult from that far away, but that was his second chance at this game. you know he's still thinking about the game before. He really let that one slide. So doesn't get easier out there.
Well, and I mean 2 a.m. and Edwin's got to go from an up table, down table, up table, down table.
Yeah, some tracking of the ball. I think he should be okay.
Yeah, I don't really see a whole lot. I think he's on the correct side.
I think, yeah, he'd love to land straight in on the 8, but he doesn't need to. He could have lots of angle on the 8 would be fine too, like this. Yeah. Now he's got the choice. He can draw it off 2 rails, or he can go forward around off 3. He is reaching a bit, though. That doesn't make it comfortable.
I think I like going forward here because you're playing into the line.
I would love to go forward here, yeah. But often on the slick cloth and these
bring in
higher
that side pocket.
these higher end players, they like to draw it a bit, off the 2 rails, draw it.
Oh, my phone is.
Here, use this one.
My phone is about to go kaput.
Yeah, mine was lacking juice too, but I rejuiced it. Got enough to last till I get home, but you might need some more. How long you're gonna be here? Yeah, it looks like he's going forward. Top right spin. Oh, he's come up well short here. Look at this. Middle table.
Wow.
I think he's trying to come around,
well
to
short.
play the 9 in the low right. He's going to play it in the low left now. He's still a big favorite to make this ball. I mean, you probably put him, only because it's 2:30 in the morning, he's 80%. Otherwise, he'd be 90%.
Yeah, tough at 2:30 in the morning from distance, being on the 50-yard line.
Yeah, and Stephen Ray is better. He underran that one, then overrun it and end up on the left side rail, frozen, dealing with side pocket.
Yeah.
This, as a pool player, I mean, should be pretty good at this one. It's kind of like a spot shot, right?
Needs to stay down in it, though. He did.
Oh, he drained it. That's a good shot. That's a
On
good shot.
to the hill.
Man, what a match this has been.
What a
Just a little
battle,
back and
right?
forth action. Gotta love it.
They're giving each other the left, right, left, another KO. Clutch when it counts is Edwin Montel. And I got to let you know, for those that have stayed up late, 2:30, we have jamupapparel.ca coming soon, within the next couple of weeks. We've got the official event jersey for the Canadians. It is available on regular Jam Up Apparel. jamupapparel.com. Just look under men's jerseys. It will be there. And we also have a pretty sick hoodie that is now on jamupapparel.ca. A few more designs that I'll show you perhaps tomorrow. And we're going to not put those on jamupapparel.com. Those are going to be reserved for .ca. We're calling a golden break so you can go home. Almost. It was
we
tracking.
like it. Good try for us there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
It was tracking.
So I'm playing Stan in the last break. I'm up 8-6. I shouldn't really be thinking this, but I was like, golden break wouldn't hurt here, right? Dummy. Never
Got
think
punished,
that.
right?
No, I got super lucky. I could see I made the 1. I could see the 2. The 9 actually went towards the side. And I clipped off the side of the 2 and cut the 9 in. Like, it wasn't over the hole, but it wasn't that hard either.
Yeah.
But I got away with murder, because you should never think that. I don't want to win a match like that. What am I thinking?
Yeah. You're thinking Yeah, I just want to be one and done.
Just
here.
get it over with.
Just be
Like,
done.
yeah, Stan will creep back up on you.
Of course.
Can I just finish it now? But no, I should have just been thinking, make a ball, give me a shot on the opener. You know, don't ask for too much. That's when the pool gods punish you.
Oh, that's a nice shot.
Yeah, he's gonna control this one nice behind the 8.
How do you even hit it?
You know, I think he's got the gap between the 9-5.
He's going to have to super
Oh, yeah, the
juice
4
that.
might be big there. Yeah, you're right. The 4 might be too big there. The Z shot, miss the 7? No. That's
I
not
think
there.
the 7's right in that path.
He's going to hate it, but he's got to jump this. The jump's the way to hit this ball, you know.
Yeah, because even if he tries to, I think the 8's in the way to go between that gap.
Yeah, it might be.
Right,
And
for
even
that
if it
5-9.
wasn't, the 4 is so big there anyway. I don't know if he could get by the 4. Jump, though. If you have a good jump cue, like Predator jump cue, you're going to just pull that out and get over this ball and make a hit on the 1 every time.
Oh, he's going to push.
I like what he's doing here because this is probably the highest percentage. Even if you jumped at the 1, you might just sell out, right? You can't really control it that well.
Yeah.
This way,
I have
probably
3 at the same
getting
time.
another shot. You know what I mean? You're going to get another shot.
That was smart. That was a smart shot.
All the pressure on Jason. Here.
Oh,
Edwin with, you know, he's going to be feeling it, of course, but all the pressure's on Jason to try to get this hill. Edwin knows that. When he ties up that ball, he knows. Jason's got to figure this out. Edwin doesn't have to figure this out. Jason has to figure this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might contemplate another safety here, you know. And if it goes well, then I can really think about the 3 foul.
I might actually play that cut for the breakout on the 3.
Oh, you know what? I missed that. It is available because the 2 looks
It's
good.
just straight. The 2 is right there over the side
there,
pocket.
yeah.
Right?
And it's a free shot at it.
It is a free
If you get
shot,
it wrong,
right?
you're
Then
still
you
on
can-
the 2.
Yeah. Yeah, either way, whether you go bottom left, bottom right, cue ball all the way up top, break up that 6-3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever corner you're comfortable with. I think this way is not as easy being right-handed.
Yeah, I'm not
I wanna go the other
sure.
way, I'm pretty sure.
He's playing safe.
Okay, and I don't hate this because if you get him frozen on the 4 and you get the 1 up table, and let's just say he hits the 1, he probably keeps it up there, and now you might have a better chance with the breakout, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's you've got an opportunity right now
Yeah.
to take advantage of a ball in hand, get the breakout, and if you miss, then you play safe. But
But if you freeze him,
you're playing against Edwin
yeah,
Martel.
that's the problem too. Is
Right.
you. But if you freeze him here on the 4, you get it really right,
Yeah,
and you get the 1 near the 6 or something, you might have a very available next safety as well.
yeah, you could 3 foul.
Yeah, and it's pretty
but-
tough to 3 foul Edwin.
Yeah,
though. Yeah, I'm not with trying to do that too much.
Especially, I mean, you got to get this cue ball almost perfect.
I like Sven going for the style points again. Says 9 side. Yeah, 9 in the side, he says. Well, that almost crept out if it didn't hit the 2, you know?
Yeah.
Might have been creeping out there a bit.
Yeah,
That's
this
a good
is-
shot, though.
This is a 1 rail off the bottom.
Yeah, bit of a reach, but yeah, he's a big favorite to hit it for sure. And now he's pushed the 2 a little further away from the hole, where if he was to get a shot on the 1 to break the 3, he's not a guarantee to be on the 2 anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why. Again, now I'm certainly no caliber player like these guys, but I would have taken that 1 and tried
Well,
to break out
attacking, it's like something I have in my mental notes is like attack. Right?
Yeah.
You should be looking to attack a lot. Because these guys are so good at kicking like this, you don't get rewarded as much for the safety as you do for attacking.
Yeah. Right now, you're going to beat this one ball around. Hope I can get Edwin on a 3-5. I mean, the likelihood of that when you're staring ball in hand.
Yeah.
Try to kick the door in.
Yeah. Yeah, the safeties don't pay off like they used to. These guys kick so good, jump so good, just do everything so well. It's just so hard to get a ball in hand nowadays. Super thin here. Going to try to use the 2 again. Oh,
and he'll get it, but I mean, Edwin's got 2 rail kick behind. I mean,
he got a bit of a roll there, to be honest.
Yeah, he sure
4,
did. Yeah,
otherwise he's
got
going
a
to
jelly rub.
be able
He
to
must
see
have paid
that.
his membership fee.
He needs
He
one.
got the member
He
roll.
might need 1 or 2 here to win this match, to be honest. Edwin's not going to hand it to him. I know that about Edwin. Doesn't make stupid mental errors. He'll contain these balls in a way.
Yep.
He's going to make Jason earn this one.
Yeah.
100%.
I like 2 rails. Just shove that one all the way back down table.
I think he's got the 1 railer, and he might even
He does, but it's pushing into that. I don't want to even mess with that.
I don't think he goes into it. I think he misses it. It might even use the 8 here. He's got such good control of the ball. He could really just hold it behind the 8.
True. My control is terrible. I'd break up that 3-6.
Just hammer it into there.
Of course I would. Even if I tried to go light, the 8's going to push
I'd
it.
I'd flick it in
whatever,
off
right?
somehow. Find a way to scratch or something. Well, you want to break it out now or never?
Nope, never. Now I'm in for a penny, in for a pound. If I'm Jason, I'm spinning that 1 ball right to the 6.
This is where it becomes such a tough game. Because like you said, in for a penny, in for a pound. So you already committed to playing safe. But then what? You just going to play safe forever and hope he leaves you a 1-9 combo? He's not going to break it out for you. I'll tell you that right now. So at some point, you do have to do the work. This might be too thin to break it out, though.
So 2 rail kick the 1 out, break out the 3, send the 1 down table.
Ooh, nice, yeah. That's the style point. Sven would like that one.
That's the style point right there.
Yeah, I like this. Thin off the left side. Send the cue ball, down table. 1's going to stay near the 2 or the 6.
He's cutting that thing right over to the 6.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to stay right near there.
We may as well re-rack him.
Oh, no. That's the one thing you definitely cannot do there. Cannot afford to do that. And now Edwin might actually jail him here.
I didn't see that coming.
Let's see if Edwin plays a breakout and just gambles on what he's going to get on the 2. That's what he's going to do.
Yep.
And this will show the experience a bit of knowing, okay, well, I could play safe, but I got a chance here. Let's see what happens. And if it doesn't work out,
play safe on the 2.
Maybe we play safe on the 2. Maybe we can pot the 2, play safe on the 3.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see, though. You got to hit this with some speed, right? Got to get it out of there. No guarantee to be on the 2.
Well.
Yeah.
He's going to send the 2 ball up into this 9-7 or 9-5 or whatever. Yeah, 9-5.
Of course, we had 4 matches that were 3 hours, and this had to be one of them.
Yes. The last one of the night, of course.
The last one.
Isn't that Murphy?
Right? Yeah.
That son of a you-know-what?
That son of a gun, Murphy. Okay, this is real thin in the side if he wants to try to take this on. Which I think he maybe does because of where the 3 is. You don't have to go crazy with control of the cue ball. You just have to be able to see the 3. Oh, look out.
That's not going to do it.
Oh, man.
How about to the hill?
Yeah, big chance here for Jason to get this hill. The winner breaks, he'd have to break at hill.
Well, one more game following this.
Then
no matter what.
Has to be over. No matter what.
We're done ski. I'll bet Ira's going, man, what did I sign up for coming to Canada?
No doubt, hey? Yeah, well, scoreboards look great, bud.
Right. And they do function well. They play well. They got them all calibrated.
Yeah, I like this. Steven says, if it goes hill, they should flip the coin and just start over.
Right?
Double the bet.
That'll be the last day, not this
Back
day.
it and jack it.
Not tonight.
Play for all of it.
It's
round one, guys. Come on. Calm down. Quit trying so hard.
Not when it's 20 to 3 in the morning.
Yeah, well, and here's another factor. I've thought about this before. I've been in this spot. You want to waste all this time?
Oh, no doubt.
Right? So now it's 20 to 3 in the morning. You lost. Like, you just
3-hour
wasted.
match.
Well, you should have just lost 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
That's what you feel like.
Yeah.
When you're out there right now, you're like, no, I can't lose this match. I've worked too hard.
Yeah.
It's too late at night. This cannot be a wasted effort
No
right now.
doubt.
That's probably what Jason's saying. He's like, I have to win.
It's a little bit tricky, but it's not terrible.
Yeah, you can lose this one. That's why you see him taking a little time, but he's just got to try to get to middle table here. Yeah, he got perfect.
That will do.
He got absolutely perfect on this ball. 5-9 combo, I think,
Oh, yeah.
is the early ender because I don't know if he can.
Yeah,
go back
that
and
7 makes
forth.
it tricky. Going back and forth.
Yeah, he could because he can play the 5 to the top left.
He could, yeah, if he wants to stay below.
But I think it's kind of like if you land perfect on the combo, you're gonna contemplate it. So he can go back and forth, and if he doesn't like it, he just plays it in the top corner. I mean, he
Yeah.
might even have a layup safety if he lands funny, but I think he's gonna land perfect by the looks of it.
5 to the corner.
That's nice because he's got a good angle here to send the cue ball up towards the 8. Just gotta watch the 8 covering a little bit here.
Which pocket are you going? Top right or cut to the blind?
Yeah, I think you play it to the left here, to the top left. It is a bit blind, but it's a bigger pocket. It plays bigger.
Yeah.
Folansky would bank the
He-
5
yeah, I
and
was
make
just
the
gonna
9.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Look out.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's good.
Oh, man, I thought it was tracking in there, too. I was with you, like, uh-oh, no, it's going to be over.
As soon as he started walking over, it's like, oh, he's good.
Yeah.
No problem.
Draw 3
But
rails.
give this shot, this is the one that needs the attention.
Yeah, I don't know. Do
Give this to Bisher.
you draw this one, or do you kind of come around the 7?
You
Like,
got
this
to
is-
draw, otherwise the side pocket gets hungry.
Yeah, I do think you're right.
Yeah, draw it was. Maybe even the
Look
9.
out. He doesn't really want to crash it. Yeah, he hit it sweet. He hit it sweet to avoid the 9. Because if he crashes into the 9 there, he might be a little further
Yeah,
away.
a little
and
funny on 7.
maybe jacked up and got a thin one. And he got perfect. Man, this has been a match. How about this to end the night?
Right?
You think we got a good championship? This is a good sign.
Yeah, this has been a battle.
This is just a small taste of what we got to come. Man, did he ever flirt with that side pocket more than I thought he would?
Totally.
He looked a little worried there for a second.
I don't know who's battling more, those guys on the table or me for staying awake.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm fighting it a little too, but that's all right.
It is. I failed my bedtime of 10 o'clock, so
Oh, no. Yeah, you're way off. Yeah.
in for a penny, in for a pound.
To be honest, I kind of thought I would be in bed earlier too.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But it's looking like 4 a.m. So I'm going to get a solid 5 hours of sleep. It's not so bad. It's pretty standard for a pool tournament, to be honest.
It's true.
Yeah, look at this. Smart shot there from Jason. Not a lot of players play it like that. They try to get around because the 9's over the side, but you don't need to.
Nope. That'll play forward.
Well, you have to believe in yourself. And this is a lot of it. Like, you can be far away from the 9. You could be on the rail, whatever. You're a good potter, you know?
Yep.
You have to believe in yourself. You got to back yourself.
Well,
This is it.
I guess it's a fitting end after 3 hours. I think
Very
once
fitting.
we pass the hour and a half, hour 45 minutes,
We
you may as well go hill
Oh,
whatever
absolutely.
time, right?
I'm not even bothered by it. Not even a little. Sometimes I'd be a little bothered, like, hey, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Why's it got to be like that? But I knew it. I knew it right away. And I was looking forward to it. I'm excited to see what happens this Hill game. Be honest, one of these guys, hard to believe, is going to be on the one-loss side right away.
Right.
Okay, let's watch this one ball going in the side. He hasn't really been making it from what I've seen.
Yeah.
And if you're Edwin, you got to kind of love that. You got to kind of feel like you might get a shot here. We've seen a lot of push-outs. Let's watch the one going towards the left side pocket. No, like he's hitting it full.
The
cue
cue
ball straight in.
Cue ball dead to the side
Oh,
pocket.
and look at this. Everything up there.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like working up there and then the 8-9.
Yep.
He's a huge favorite here. The 3 goes by the 6.
Just position from, so 1 to the 2, 2 to the 3.
That's it.
And you're up.
Man, that's it. There's no way he doesn't get out from here.
Yeah.
I'm going to call it right now. Edwin should get the job done, you know. Big, big favorite from here. So do you play the 2 in like the low left and take a low risk, or yeah, you try to get there?
Yep.
But how do you get there?
Little angle, 2 rails.
2 rails. Okay.
What are you asking me
I was
for?
testing
You already
you.
know that.
It was a test. But sometimes you can get a little stubborn here and like, you know, well, maybe I don't need to do too much, and so you just take a longer shot on the 2.
Yeah.
But I think under pressure,
Oh, you got to make it easy because
just do the work on the first shot while you got ball in hand. If you get
Yeah,
it
yeah.
right, it's over. No more pressure.
Yeah. Well, and you want to make sure you come across the center of shooting that 2 into the side pocket. You got to
Yeah.
get onto the lower side of center on
That's
that.
why you see him taking an extra second here.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he would have just spun it over there right away.
Yeah, because you need to get in good on the 3.
Yeah.
Oh, overdone it.
No, he's perfect. He's going to be just okay here. He can flick this with a little inside. I think,
Wow,
to hold
he
it.
holds the ball better.
Yeah, he's so good at holding it. Exactly my thought. Like he's just going to get down and shoot it right away because he's so comfortable with these touchy little holding the ball shots.
Like it's nothing. It's just a hanger.
He got exactly where he needed to get there is
Yeah.
what he did. He got perfect for his style of play.
Yeah, he sure did.
Stop shot, stop shot. Little angle on the 6 going to the top rail would be ideal. That's what he's thinking about right now. He wants to be there on
Yeah.
the 6. Doesn't want the angle going the other way because then you have to deal with the
Yeah.
left side pocket a bit.
Correct. Makes playing into shape the 8 a little sharp.
But if he gets the right angle on the 6, it's coming right in the
Right
shot
into the
line of
line.
the 8.
Yeah.
It's going to be perfect, you know? Yeah, he's such a big favorite here. He's just, and the experience is showing. He's just taking an extra second because he knows this is kind of the key couple of shots here.
Yeah.
If he gets where he needs to get on the purple, he's going to get where he needs to get on the green, and it's going to be over, right?
Really anywhere to the right of center on 6, and he's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You don't want to have like a crazy amount of angle either.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why he's being careful. He's giving this one the old be sure. What a match these guys have played. This has been awesome. Kind of a anticlimactic finish, to be honest.
Yeah,
The scratch
really.
on the brakes a little
Yeah.
unlucky. Look at this. Now he's looking at the other angles a little weird. I don't know about that, Edwin. Yeah, like there. Because even if you land straight, you just
Yeah.
draw it back.
Yeah.
Right? You just draw it. You're fine. Think it's hard to land funny here. Yeah, middle table, right?
Yep.
But yeah, a little anticlimactic finish with the scratch on the brake and the
Oh,
and the
my.
routine out. He's perfect.
Yeah, he's dead. I thought he hit that way
It looked like
too
they're
hard.
going to come a bit faster. A couple
Yeah.
times we've seen that and just
Yeah.
slow up a bit. Like
Yeah.
it's getting a big bounce, but it's playing nice. Speed is perfect. But yeah, it might have been nice to see like a safety or two in the Hill
Yeah,
game.
a little bit of a slug it out for the last rack.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we've seen the whole match. Why does it have to change for the last rack?
I'm a big Edwin fan, of course, no secret. But yeah, it would have been nice to see a little action here in the last one. We're not going to get it. Edwin's going to play a little stop shot here, get the job done, I think. This cue
Yeah.
ball's going to be a little closer to the rail than you would love.
Yes, for sure. He's on that funny angle again.
But it's okay. I think he just stops this one. I think you can cheat the pocket a hair, too. You don't want to get crazy cheating it, but
Yeah.
you can definitely slide it in off the side rail.
Yep. He just drilled.
He really did not want the cue ball on the rail.
Wow.
And he really did not want to cheat the pocket.
Oh,
So he just
break speeds the 8-ball. Why not?
pounds it in there at 3 a.m. Yeah, no problem. Not a sweat.
How's that for making a statement?
This guy's been in these spots so many times. He doesn't feel pressure anymore, does he?
Wow.
What a great match. Great match.
That was unreal.
Okay, we'd love to give a long-winded goodbye,
Yeah,
but
see ya.
Yeah, see ya. We're back for 10 a.m., so don't go
Indeed.
far, everybody, like 7 hours.
We'll see you back here mañana. Have a great night. Hey, thanks for tuning in and hanging out with us all night. Appreciate it. We'll see you back here tomorrow.